We're live here for the first time on Plus One EXP's Roll for Content channel. My name is Tony, and I'm Chief Alchemist here at Plus One EXP, which is a weird little brand that multi-classes in tabletop game design, beard and skincare alchemy, and the Bardic College of Content Creation. Our hope here is to help amazing designers find great players who love their games, and amazing players find great designers whose games they can love. We do that in a lot of different ways, but the most fun way is sitting down with those designers to play their games, and that's exactly what we're going to do tonight. We're playing GROK for the second time because it is getting a second edition. Lester, for folks who may not be familiar with GROK, why don't you give us a little bit more about who you are and what GROK is all about?
Thanks, Tony. Hope everyone can hear me. My name is Lester Burton. I'm a writer and designer for RPGs under Gander Gaming. So if you look for me, you can find me under Lester Burton or Gander Gaming. GROK started off as a zine a few years ago, and we did an awesome actual play. And now the second edition is coming up. It's in pre-launch right now. Hopefully doing the real launch in about a month or so. And it's a weird, crazy science fantasy gonzo RPG that's slowly consuming the world at large.
Yeah. All other RPGs will one day be contained within GROK. That's right. Awesome. Let's meet our other players who everyone can hear now. William, why don't you tell people who you are, what you do, and where you can be found online if you want to be found?
I'm really glad you guys can hear me. My voice is my best feature. I am a writer, a lot of novels, short fiction, some tabletop RPGs. You can find me, just Galaini is a pretty distinct last name, and I'm one of the few of them to have it. So William Galaini or William L.J. Galaini will lead you right to my site, and you will see the most recent thing I posted was how incredibly delighted I am to have been invited to write an adventure for GROK. I got to watch Lester build the first one, and I got to pack some of those Kickstarter fulfillments. So some of you, if you dust for prints, you'll find me.
Ooh, they could steal your identity if they...
Yes, they can. Best of luck. Yeah, I'm trying to offload it cheap, so...
Awesome. And then we've also got Chris with us. Tell folks all the doobly-doos for you, Billy.
Sure. My name's Chris Willett, and I'm the author of The Painted Wastelands. We also just are wrapping up Empire of Bones, our second book. So I work with an artist named Tim Malloy. He's the one who illustrates all the weird drawings from our book. That's the cover back here. Next month, we have a Kickstarter going for a book called Hellcrawl as part of OSE month. So if you're interested, you can follow OSE month, and we're the #2 project. So there's that. And then you can find me on AgamemnonPress.com. That's where you can get any of our books or Tim's comics. We published a giant omnibus of his comics, which are deranged. Don't look at that. And then you can also find me on Instagram and Blue Sky under Agamemnon Press.
Awesome. Love it. Super excited to sit down and play. Anytime we sit down to play a new game, because we are always playing with new people, we have a short conversation to help make sure the game stays focused and on track and that everybody is comfortable. We use a couple different tools here just to orient everybody. Those are lines, veils, the X and O card, and the open door policy. Lines and veils are things that help keep us the content of the game on track. So we have a strong line against sexual violence and sexual coercion here on stream. Lines are things that can't appear in the play of game. They're off limits. Veils are things that we may come up, but we're just going to mention them and move forward. This could be things like eye injuries, vomiting, spiders, other stuff like that. If people have issues that they don't mind come up, but they just don't want super intense descriptions. Does anybody have any lines or veils they want to add before we get started? Cool. The X card is the ability to pause the game at any point in time because you need clarity on something or because you want to update our lines or veils. If something pops up that people are uncomfortable with, we'll identify what the issue is, clarify what we need to do, move forward in a different direction, maybe updating our lines and veils. The O card is the opposite of that. It's like, hey, I'm super into this description of vomit that you're doing. Please keep on going. Extensively, you can say that by holding up an O or marking an O in chat also, too, just to let us know that you're into what's happening. And the last one is an open door policy. We're all real people with real things happening around us in our daily lives. If a kid walks into a room, somebody has to get up to go to the restroom. All those things are normal. We'll take breaks as we need to, but otherwise people can feel free to pop up and down as needed to take care of themselves. You have any questions about any of those things before we get started?
Nope.
Cool. Awesome.
No.
Then Lester, I'm going to hand things over to you to take us into play.
All right. So I think I'll start by giving everybody an overview of what the world is about. Then we'll do some rules stuff, the boring meat and potatoes, and then introduce characters and get into it. So I'm going to throw a bunch of words at you and bore you to death real quick. So Planet GROK was once a haven for trans-dimensional migrants and a bastion of advanced technomancy until a cataclysm splintered the world. Now, long-abandoned travelers sail across the vast ether between planets, struggling to survive the abyss of space and the hostile alien life forms they've awakened. Rebel indentured citizens revolt against the deranged AI that controls the deteriorating space station that encapsulates and irradiates the planet. Eccentric and isolated societies maturate within inverted cities that float among clouds. Mutant vagabonds traverse the wasteland for salvage. And while they're inundated with phosphorescent radiation from the space station above. Devolved monstrosities haunt the labyrinthine network of passages underground, coveting the relics of immense power long abandoned within. And all the while, in the center of the planet, ancient other dimensional gods and their eldritch brood offer worship to the void star from which they were cast. So that's the
Normal stuff.
the back. Yeah, normal stuff. It's pretty much like everyday modern type game. So that's the setting for Planet GROK. So getting into the meat and potatoes for the rules, so we have context of what we're going to be doing. So your characters have 3 attributes: physical, mental, and social. And each attribute has a die value range from D4 to D12. So when you do something, that's considered an action, right? And when the result of that action isn't obvious, you roll the die associated with the most relevant attribute. If a die lands on its maximum value, then it explodes. So you roll it again, you add the 2 values together. And then whatever your result is, you compare that to an outcomes table to figure out what happens. And those outcomes are all narrative. So it's no and, no but, yes and, right? Those are the outcomes you can expect. Actions affect things that are called aspects in the game. Anything that's described in the world, whether it's explicit or implied, it can be considered an aspect. It can be a word, a phrase, pretty much anything. Your character has traits, which are semi-permanent aspects about the character, their background, appearance, their troubles, things like that. And your character also has asset slots, which is a finite slot system that tracks your assets. So things significant to your character that aren't permanent, like items, memorized spells, vehicles, retainers, that kind of thing. But it also tracks conditions. So instead of hit points, damage is considered like a condition, and it is tracked on the same asset slot. So it's a same resource management. So anytime an aspect would like increase the likelihood of your action being successful, getting the intended outcome you're looking for, it gives you advantage. So you roll another die that same attribute size, and you take the higher result. And if it's something that makes it less likely for your intended outcome, you roll an extra die, take the lesser result. You can have multiple advantage, disadvantage. You can push a roll, so you can re-roll the die and add that result in the previous result to get your outcome. Excuse me. But when you do that, you incur a condition. So something bad happens to your character immediately, right? And you can push as many times as you want in an action, but every time you're getting a new condition. Cool. If you would incur a condition and you have no asset slots to put it in, you get a debilitation. So you get it written as a trait. So it becomes a semi-permanent bad thing. And you drop one of your attribute dice down one size. And if any of your attributes would go lower than a D4, your character's functionally dead.
Okay.
So that's everything you need to know as a player. Do you guys have any questions on that?
No.
Nope.
All right.
One question, if I may.
So
when the die blows up, it blows up only once. It can't daisy chain, right?
If you re-roll it and it hits the maximum value again, it can blow up again.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good question.
Always be exploding.
Always. I need to put that on a t-shirt.
Not a good bomb squad shirt.
Yeah, that's not a good bomb squad shirt. All right. So let's introduce characters. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first since I don't have art. I don't want to be outshined by all the cool things people are going to get to see. I am playing as a connected character from my character from our first adventure. The Duchess of Ranch was my first character. I'm playing as the lost heir of Ranch. The lost heir had a classic rebellious teenager. Grew up in the Hidden Valleys. Doesn't want to put up with all the things that the Ranch clan holds in high value. So took off into the wider world and sort just of other things that might fill their day. So they have a contrarian personality. They are in a quest to find their mother. They have heard something ill has befallen them. They have a background of being a rebellious young minor royal. Their difficulty, is that what it's called? Difficulty is that they curdle easily, or their trouble. And their appearance is creamy in an appearance. So
Give me a little more about the creamy appearance.
yeah, I mean, like when you see the classic garb of Ranch, which they do still have a cape of, is this kind of like field of white with these small, like almost black green specks going across it. Their skin looks just incredibly well moisturized, almost like it is. The features are so delicate. It looks like if you stuck out your finger to put it in their face, that might like dip in a little bit and a little bit of their thing, and you would just bring it out and just go off. That's what a creamy appearance is. I mean, it looks good, but it looks soft also too. And so,
they're humanoid, right? They're humanoid.
They appear in all other ways, shapes, and forms to be human in general.
Okay, got it.
They've got a bunch of cool stuff. I think the ones that would immediately be obvious is they're wearing a green amulet around their neck, have a heavy revolver at their waist, have a big backpack that says "Keep Saucin" on it, and then they have a French butler who follows them around, rolling a giant wheel of blue cheese with them.
Nice, I love it. Thanks, Tony.
No problem.
William, you want to go next?
Sure. I don't know how you want to share the art, but this is a Person H Man. And Person H Man is a dapper dressed pseudo-European Spaniard from the looks of it, or looks of the attempt of that's what they were going for. Because actually it's a series of very intricate, small aquatic habitats for about 647 cleaner shrimp. He is a mech. These cleaner shrimp are on an expedition to learn about the ways of the biped, and they're blending in, and no one knows that they are merely just 647 cleaner shrimp in a mech named Person H Man. They're here to learn all about you. They're writing their thesis.
As you got to.
Chris?
Okay. I am Professor Telluriak, and you can share my character art. Professor Telluriak is just a cheerful little guy on vacation from another dimension. He's pretty vague on which dimension, but it's the nth dimension. So you get to put whatever number you want in there, because that's how algebra works. He's a big swirling ball of ectoplasm and glitter. He just kind of floats along, bobs along, as he's just hanging out on planet Grok, taking in all the views. One of the things he wants to do is try to soak up as much of this really cool radiation as possible. His background is that he is a professor of arts and literature at the University of Zur back in the nth dimension. There are schools out though right now, so that's why he gets to go.
Okay, he's not on sabbatical. It's vacation time.
Yeah,
it's vacation time. Yeah, he's not getting paid during this time, which kind of sucks, but it's fine. He's just here to have a good time. He's just really jazzed to be here. And then his trouble is he has deep gambling debts. Ooh. Oopsie.
Vandal.
Yeah, I think he gets wild, but that's what vacation time's for. And then he has this ball cap with propeller on top that just gently spins. He has an interdimensional pocket satchel. That's what his bag is. It's bigger on the inside. He just sticks one of his tendrils inside and scoops out whatever he needs. He does have a disruptor ray, and I chose magic instead of a person. His magic is the miracle of telepathic nightmares, which I used your chart to randomly roll for.
Miracle of telepathic nightmares?
Yeah, I just rolled.
Sounds pretty miraculous.
Sounds great.
Just to get something, and I was like, all right, I can't wait to find out what this spell does.
All right.
But he knows it. He's got it.
We'll figure out what it does when you cast it.
Yeah. And that's him.
Awesome.
Ginger just hopped in and said they're on the chat and said their table's about to start their session for the night, but they jumped on quick to say this looks fucking awesome and they can't wait for the adventure of weird space for Grok Tui. They also love the tendrils comment, which was gross, but they love it.
And that's when we get the O card.
So the thing about him is that he's this big swirling, scintillating mass that's of rainbow colors, every color you can imagine, some colors you can't imagine. Glitter and sparkles that just kind of float and then disappear as he moves from space to space. He's not incorporeal. He is very corporeal. But one of the things that he does is he just kind of slurps off one of his parts to manipulate objects, just like a person would.
Yeah.
I used to a lot.
Somebody would slurp off one of their parts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it just kind of like reaches out and he grabs something or has his camera take a picture, reaches into his bag.
Yeah.
Is it a Nikon?
Yes,
or is he more of a
Nikon.
Kodak kind of guy, rocking the 80s style?
Oh, no, he spent a lot of money on this. Photography is his passion.
Oh.
Which means when you say photography is your passion, it means your camera was expensive, but you don't know how to use it.
He spent about $2 billion on his camera setup. So far, the most he's done with it is he's taken photos and was really annoying at a wedding.
Awesome.
So he was really obnoxious at the wedding.
Yelling at people for
so far the main thing he's done.
Like all the actual wedding photographer, all their pictures has like a tendril in the corner because they kept on getting in the shot.
His fingers over the leg.
Half the photos in the first half are like a tendril blurring the image. So it's like you can't see.
That's right. It's like this.
Just pictures of the ground.
We have such a normal group.
Yeah, he has a Flickr account.
Oh yeah. I mean, gotcha.
Where he posts a lot of these photos, but you can't access it in this dimension.
That's a shame.
You have to get on the supra web.
I can work on that. All right. So we have the heir of Ranch, Mr. Person Man, and Professor Telluriak. The lost heir of Ranch. Sorry. Lost heir of Ranch. I think that's important. Okay. So in the last actual play, there was much shenanigans, which ended in the player characters inadvertently boarding a downed spaceship and somehow getting it to launch, and no one knew how to fly it. Right. So for the sake of getting this off the ground, no pun intended, let's say that your group roughly knows each other. Okay. So you met in a tavern on some hovering isle a few weeks ago, and then you romped off together because you decided that you all got along. There's some purpose for the Lost Air of Ranch, and Mr. Person Man wants to figure out what a duchy is. And Professor Telluriak sees a lot of great photo ops involved, right? So
Yeah.
you guys start wandering the wasteland together. And a few days, and as you're wandering the wasteland, right, there's the simulacrum, which is like a dome-like space station that encapsulates most of the planet, and it's constantly pouring down radiation. But there's a lot of missing pieces of the wasteland, so you're not constantly bathing in the phosphorescent haze. There's opportunity to travel underneath it, but you have to be constantly vigilant to make sure you're not, soaking up radiation.
Getting blasted and sterilized.
Yeah, I mean, some people are into it. So, as you're traveling the wasteland, you see off in the distance a craft rocket off of the surface of the wasteland, and it's just like there's no rhyme or reason to its trajectory, and it just nosedives right into the simulacrum and crashes. There's a huge explosion. There's many colors, and a large chunk of the, not a large chunk, pretty much an entire district of the simulacrum plummets and falls and falls and falls, and it crashes into the top of a hovering isle that you can see not too far off. And it's just neat. Yeah, great photo op. Do you guys take a selfie? Like, everyone get in the picture.
Yeah. Stand next to the explosion, guys.
Like next to the grave.
The lighting's great.
Say blue cheese.
Their blood feud with blue cheese. We don't bring that up. No.
Well, I thought
Ranch
isn't the Lost Air of Ranch is hauling blue cheese, right?
My French butler is pushing around a giant wheel.
I'm sorry. I was thinking it was
you know what, you obviously know enough about the Duchy of Ranch to know that oftentimes they view themselves as superior and above all other duchies. But the heir really set out initially and left home because they were like, fuck that. Like there's got to be other ways out there. There's got to be other tossings, other sauces, other ways of engaging in the world. And so has been on just traveling around. You've seen them pull out and annotate their map of the 1,000 Islands numerous times. And so they've been around looking at a lot of different sauce options. Blue cheese is fine.
So I want this to be known, right?
My apologies.
That GROK can be played straight, right? Like it can be a serious romp through chaos, or it cannot be, or it could be both. And that's okay.
This is a serious version of the
right. I want to let people know it can be weird and funny too.
Yeah,
right. So the sake of, go ahead.
Oh well, after the ranch prince goes on his diatribe about blue cheese, Professor Telluriak says to him, "Hey, variety is the sauce of life, buddy."
Indeed.
Good for you, man.
I'm glad you guys are all getting along. So, for the sake of experience, I'm going to say that. Do you guys start traveling towards this thing, or do you go off in a different direction? What's your plan?
Well, were we on foot? That's the part I missed.
Yeah, you're all on foot across the wasteland.
Yeah.
Oh,
as you do.
Absolutely.
Yep. And in your general vicinity, it's mostly, so the ground is like a salt plain, but instead of salt, it's glass. So instead of like fissures in the salt plain, it's just like cracks in the glass. So as you're walking, your feet are squeaking and stuff. And the air of ranch is leaving a milky residue everywhere they go.
Professor Telluriak takes one of his tendrils and scoops up some of the dirt, eats it, goes, glass! It's shards of glass!
So what are you guys doing? Where are you going?
I think I'm assuming there's a giant plume of smoke coming out where this crash was.
Yeah, for sure.
I think towards that.
I mean, what else? There's literally nothing but this awesome plume of smoke and fire and death. Yeah.
Yeah, there's obviously an adventure there. Duh. All right. So you guys start heading towards the plume of death for the top, the hovering isle from which the simulacrum district had plummeted into the top of. As you do, the landscape changes a little bit. The glass plains becomes a little more rockier and jagged, so you have to be careful with your footsteps. And over time, the glass turns into like this. It starts changing color and turns like greenish, brownish, and then it changes into this like almost porous type rock type structure as you approach the isle. And the isle is just slowly hovering in the sky, but it's moving mostly in your direction. But it takes a few days before you guys actually get close to the isle and can see what's actually going on.
Now, do you two need to rest?
I mean,
if it's a few days,
from time to time, the air of Ranch isn't used to this kind of exertion, really.
They
Your
can't ride the
butler
wheel.
could carry you.
They're rolling the wheel of cheese, so it's really hard for them to carry me and roll the wheel at the same. We've tried it before.
Is it a cart or is it a whole wheel of cheese?
No, it is like a human-sized or a humanoid-sized wheel of cheese. It's probably about 7
So they're
feet
like
tall.
straight up sisyphing right behind you with cheese.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, that just drastically improved my mental image. I can do that.
Professor Telluriak only sleeps on public transport so that he can blend in.
Oh,
So he doesn't really need to rest. But you, as a regular, normal human, need to sleep, according to my calculations, at least 12 hours to 14 to 15 hours.
so like
a day?
his personage man's eyes blink, but they're not exactly synced. Why, yes, of course. But I had the coffee. I'm fine.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
I
I
love you guys.
scarfed down a bunch of glass shards, so I'm good too.
All right.
That looks
So you guys-
scrumptious.
You guys beat feet, ignoring sleep to get to this aisle, and you finally come to it after a couple days instead of a few days. That's an exact amount of time, and you can see the aisle is maybe about 100 feet floating off of the surface of the wasteland. The ground below your feet is still that porous type material, and it's almost like getting sticky under your feet the more you approach. On the aisle itself, you can see there are rope ladders that are dangling down, and at the very bottom there are rocks tied to the bottom of the rope ladder, and they're dragging across the wasteland surface. So it looks like there's a fairly obvious way to get up there.
Okay.
The aisle itself is, in terms of size, it's maybe about a little more than a quarter mile wide, right? Roughly disc shaped. From as you're approaching, you can see that there is a massive district sticking out of the top of the thing. The smoke has receded a bit, but you can see like a soft green glow emanating from near the one side of the crash district. And while you're here, you can see something on the ground of the wasteland, not too far away from where you are now. It's maybe just a couple, maybe less than 100 feet away from you, kind of trailing where the aisle had floated from. But you can't make out what it is.
And is the aisle, how fast is the aisle moving? Like,
It's slower than a walking pace.
Okay.
Professor Telluriak takes 2 tendrils like this and holds them up to his face and says, I can't make out what that is over there. What about you, Hugh man?
Me? You?
Does this with one eye, does this with another eye, but you notice that this one has a glass aquarium and there's 2 little shrimp and one of them has little optics. And then he puts it down and then you hear him say, it looks like thing.
Yes, I concur.
Oh, you know what? I've found a good way to deal with this in my travels. You there?
Do tell.
You there? What are you doing?
So you get an immediate response, and the thing that's over there on the ground responds by doing nothing.
Fascinating.
It's one of many
Write that
classic responses to that.
Person H man starts walking over. He has a walking cane, and he's going to go over to whatever it, quote unquote, is once he gets close enough and give it a poke.
Okay. You approach. Anyone else doing anything else?
Professor Telluriak will follow.
Person H man will be, stand back, Professor. You have tenure.
I'm getting the wheel
You are
into
too precious.
Yeah. I'm getting the wheel into Charles's cheese harness so that he can go ahead and start climbing up to the city.
Beautiful.
Cheese harness?
Yeah. It's one of his pieces of equipment, not one of mine, so it's not written on the sheet.
Excellent. All right. So, as Mr. Person H Man, do you mind if I call you Mr. Person H Man or
Yeah, the middle name's Hugh.
Mr. Person Hugh Man? Okay. As you approach, you get pretty close, and you can tell that it's a corpse. It's relatively large. It's very bulky and green and scaly. A very thick, spiked tail. 4 limbs, so roughly humanoid, but it has no head. It looks like the head was cut off and cauterized. And it looks like it must have fell because there's a pretty big splort area from under it.
Fascinating. It has a pretty big splort area, don't you say, Mr. Person H Man?
Indeed. And so he's looking from side to side, and he kneels down, and as he puts his hand over it, he thinks he's being sly, but a part of his palm opens up and 2 little shrimps in air suits pop out and take little samples and then climb back in.
Okay. What are you taking samples of? Like near the neck or?
Near the neck, the cauterized flesh specifically.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
And then he looks at you. I need to think.
A real mystery conundrum.
All right. So as you're standing, looking at the body, and does the Air Ranch's lackey have a name?
Charles.
Sorry, Charles.
And he's French.
He's a French butler, but his name is Charles.
Okay.
The god.
So
Yeah.
Charles is working on his on his cheese harness, and the aisle is slowly drifting away from you. And as it does, you can feel the floor, the ground, the wasteland ground under your feet was sticky, and it's getting stickier. And you can see like the porous material is starting to percolate this blue gungy substance.
Excellent.
Can Person H Man calculate, first off, given how slow the island is moving and this guy's under it, he must have been thrown off the other end?
Perhaps.
Can he try and, because he's got a few undergrad shrimp in him that are in economics, and they can math a little bit. They want to try and
Some real
calculate.
nerds.
Yeah, they get beat up by the other shrimp. They want to try and calculate how long he'd been thrown off, or this thing had been thrown off after decapitation. Like, did it just land here, or was it tossed off days ago based on how the thing's moving?
Gotcha. Okay, so you're going to give me a roll.
Yep. So it'll be mental?
Yeah, mental makes a lot of sense. Do you have any assets or traits that you think would help?
For the sake of the fairness of the game system, just saying that I have shrimp that have this trait or that trait is incredibly not functional. So what I am going to say is that his academia, combined with just his mental role, really,
because he's a professor, right?
Well, all of them are undergrad students going for this is their thesis.
That's why he's Mr. Person
humans.
H Man, not Mr. Not
Professor.
Yeah, not Mr. Person H Doctor.
Right. Yeah, that's why he's sort of in awe. The big reason why he's on this adventure is because he's with an actual professor. So he wants to, but now mind you, an actual professor, arts humanities, but still.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
No, I think that works. I think you'd probably have a few cleaner shrimp that have taken similar enough courses to help you out with this. So that'll
Okay.
give you an advantage.
okay.
So you can roll your mental die. You can roll 2 of your mental dice.
Okay. And then I take the highest of the 2, correct, for the advantage?
Yep.
Okay. Thank goodness for that. All right. I just rolled a 2 and I rolled, oh, heck yeah, a 4. So I got a 4.
All right.
Well, is
So-
that on a D4 or on a D6? What do you have?
Oh, actually, it's on a D8.
D8. Oh,
Yeah. So this is his strong suit and he's just flubbing it.
Okay. Did you want to? I mean, so this is a good opportunity to
the
play
shrimp
with
were
the
trying to
system
do the
too.
math, but 2 other shrimp who were actually on the track team gave that one shrimp a wedgie. So now they're only down to 1 shrimp trying to get the work done. But yeah, so the 4.
Would they be on the swim team?
Okay, that's so much better. Thank you. They would be on the swim team or the diving team. Yeah. Yeah, they're the ones that shave to make sure that they just get every single moment. So I failed, but
So go ahead.
okay, so if I recall, I failed, but a beneficial effect happens.
No, so you got a no but. So unless you wanted to push the roll, like I said, this is a good opportunity to play with the system a little bit, so you guys
Right.
are familiar with it.
I'm actually not going to push the roll because I feel like this isn't necessarily a high enough thing to do that, and pushing the roll
Yeah.
going wrong could do some damage.
Okay.
Thanks.
So
Fair.
just know we have no, and then eventually, like Person Man clearly just standing there. I have no idea, and just yeah.
Okay. So no,
He's
you
dead.
can't really tell based on the progress that the isle is moving. And the isle's speed seems to change with like wind currents and how much radiation there is and the other nonsense that I'm not going to try and spew. And so you can't really tell, but was you're looking at the cauterized material, some of the cleaner shrimp have used similar gadgets in their undergrad classes.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're pretty certain it was some type of surgical or like it's a laser saw type device that had made the cut around the neck. So like one clean and cut it and cauterize it in the same swoop.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Person H Man announces that this individual is dead.
Fascinating.
They're not going to pull through.
Oh, it's so unfortunate.
Um,
You mentioned, Lester, if I can, now can I jump in?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so you mentioned that the ground was turning blue and goopier.
Yeah. It's getting very sticky.
So I think that as Person H Man is sitting there studying the body, my character's like, oh, I'm going to take pictures of the landscape. Wow, look how good it is. And he's taking pictures and noticing suddenly that things are changing. And I want him to go ahead and inspect this and analyze like what is causing the goopiness, the goopierness.
Yeah,
Gooping.
that's a word. The gooping. Yes,
Yes,
the
the
gooping.
goopening.
All right. I think it'll be another mental roll.
Okay.
And again, if you can think of anything about your character that would help or hurt.
Well, he has, earlier I was thinking of him that he's read murder mysteries, which would help with the dead body, but he decided he didn't really care about that. His camera does have all these settings that he doesn't understand. So one of them might have a scanner function that might
dig
give
it.
him a little bit of extra information. He's like, whoa, it does this? He's sitting here, click, beep, 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 beep. And he's like, what? So
I dig
it's able to scan the glupification of the terrain.
I think it's the englooping.
Yeah, the
TM.
Yes, no, I thought so as well. And then also perhaps background radiation, things like that. It's got these
Right.
scanner mode that's like scanning things.
All
And
right.
he's just like, whoa, I didn't know it did this. Good for you.
and yet he still
All right.
can't turn off the auto flash.
yeah.
No. He had the manual, he lost it. Like you don't, who reads the
Wouldn't have
manual?
read it anyways.
That's right.
All right. So yeah, there'd
all
be
right,
a mental roll
rolled
that's worth an advantage.
A 5 and a 1.
All right. So 5 is a yes, but so in the settings that you're flipping through, it'll tell you like the quantum state of the materials you're looking at and the pressure gradients and the temperatures and a bunch of other hoojamafudgery that you don't know what it actually means. But the gist of it is that it seems to be coming through the pores in the rock, and can't tell exactly why, but it just seems to be a natural occurrence. Like this just is something that happens from time to time here, right? But since you're standing still, really focusing in on your, well, does Professor Telluriak stand? Is he standing anywhere? Or is he hovering?
He's like a hovering.
So he likes to hover, but occasionally he produces 2 tendrils with feet and a random array of toes. He likes to stand on the ground just to see what it
Like a
all feels
tripod.
like.
It's his own little camera tripod.
I too am a biped.
All right.
Grats.
So we'll say you
Grats on the legs.
You stationed yourself down to get a little more stable as you're scanning the surface of the wasteland, figure out the englupification effects, as you will. And as you do, the gloopening kind of really grabs hold of your tentacle feelers, and so you're stuck to the wasteland surface at the moment. So we'll put that down as for the moment. Write it down as a condition. Say it englupified.
So I'm pretty certain, boys and servants, that this gloopification, the englupening, seems to be just like a normal thing that just happens here. I also appear to be gloopified myself. I can feel it squishing up between my quote unquote toes. I don't think I would say it's pleasant, but I wouldn't say it's unpleasant. What's the mid of that?
The pleasant.
Int.
Ent. Yes, it's ent.
Excellent. I am just taking a sample.
Just like glooped.
Yeah. I'm collecting a sample using my portable high-tech saucier kit to see what kind of culinary creations I can potentially make with this later.
Now, do you stick to it?
That's a great question. I haven't made a roll, so who knows?
Because I don't know if like the ranch surface would kind of give you a layer of protection.
Yeah,
maybe
my creaminess
like
may help out a little here.
All right. So we have Professor Telluriak, who's currently englupified with his tentacles. And then the Lost Heir of Ranch is going to be taking a sample in a saucier kit. What is Mr. Persiman doing at the moment?
Well, now that he has failed miserably to try and determine the speed of the island, how long this body was thrown off, his priority is going to try and help the professor get off of the ground where they're being stuck. And he's going to put, you see like behind the eyes, 2 other shrimp that are both drift compatible and like little suits get in. And yeah, so now they're the anime mech shrimp. And then he puts his arms around the professor and tries to pull him up so he's not glooped on the ground.
Has anyone ever told you that you have such cromulent eyes?
Cromulent's a color.
I'm saving my life.
So I don't think it's going to be a roll to take a sample with the saucier kit, but it'll be a roll to take the professor out of the gloopening.
That's physical.
Yeah, makes sense. And you'll have an advantage because he's not strongly englupified at the moment.
But as you start pulling, he starts kind of stretching a little.
So there might be a snap and then well, it blew up.
Oh yeah, this feels nice.
So I rolled a 10.
Dang.
So it blew up.
All right.
So 9 plus is yes, and something else beneficial happens.
Yep. All right. So yeah, you managed to pull him free without snapping or breaking off any of his tentacles.
How close? how close are the ladders that are dangling down?
That seems like a pretty good and as you do, One of the ladders on the tailing end of the aisle, like the aisle starts to rotate a little bit, and there's like a little protrusion, like a little peninsula off the aisle, and it starts swooping above where you are, and a stray rope ladder starts moving really close to where you are. So that's your and.
Okay. I don't know if the professor doesn't want this or not, but I will grab the ladder while still holding on to him and yell to the Duke's heir. Use both feet to follow us. Start with the left one.
It's a good choice.
So the professor could just float his way up the ladder, but for experience sake, he like uses his very still sticky toes to like grab himself up. He doesn't use hands. He just uses the toes.
So mechanically, Mr. Person Man removed your condition of being stuck, right? So you could erase it, or if you want to keep sticky tentacles, you could have a few sticky tentacles temporarily if you think you could use them to your advantage later.
I mean, I think that's actually a great idea, especially since, besides having a lot of those gambling debts, he's well known for having sticky tendrils.
So write that down in that, erase the, glyphified and put in sticky tentacles. I think that's pretty cool.
It's like when a kid plays with slime, or when a kid like puts Elmer's glue on their hand and they're like, so they can peel it off.
Do you remember those things you could get at the grocery store for a quarter? That would be like a little hand that you would slap because it had the look.
Yes.
Yeah. I loved yanking papers off of people's desks with those.
Yeah, it's the same concept. As we're climbing, he says, "By Jove, a peninsula. There's a body of land surrounded on three sides by water, or in this case, nothing."
Worried about the cheese wheel.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll figure. Tony had to step out for a sec, so we'll see when he gets back. But I mean, the Charles has a harness,
but isn't the wheel bigger than Charles?
It's Charles sized, is my impression, right? So it's going to be a chore.
Pretty jacked.
Yeah.
I mean, he was born for this job, right?
Like literally.
Like, yeah, like he is of a caste. And in the hidden society, it's a hidden society, right? Within this hidden society, it's a caste-based system. And Tony confirms during chat that yes, Charles is jacked, and so Charles is of a caste within this hidden society, and so they are born for the purpose of wheeled cheeses.
So he comes from a long line of cheesers.
Yeah.
I imagine that not only he'd have impressive like forearm strength from the cheese rolling motion.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, and like bitch and calves.
Yoked.
Yeah.
You say he has abs?
No, calves. His calves. You gotta push the thing, right?
I don't know if cheese is conducive to abs. Not the good cheese though.
The thing is,
he doesn't get to eat it though.
Yeah, there's no way they're gonna let him eat it.
That's hell. That is hell.
Can you imagine going home every day and just like smelling like cheese, and like you're not allowed to ever eat cheese, but every day?
I'm pretty sure this whole civilization doesn't have a dog. Otherwise, the air of ranch would be gone. The dog would just lick them into oblivion the moment they fall asleep.
That's actually their natural enemy.
I mean, if you think about it, if you think about it, pushing an 8-foot tall wheel of cheese around is gonna develop most parts of your body.
Yeah,
pretty
for sure.
well.
I mean, the exercise society doesn't want you to know that, but that's true.
I mean, like CrossFit is really just the earliest stages of humanity grasping at the ultimate form of workout, cheese wheel pushing. And so, Yeah, no, I mean, I after I retrieved the sample, Charles is already. I think Charles is the furthest along. Like,
Yeah,
he got in the cheese. I had him start
up.
climbing right away.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna be chasing him with that kind of physique that he's got going on.
So we're looking up at that gluteus maximus.
Yeah.
With that bouncing cheese wheel on his back.
And his Ninja Turtle calves.
Yep.
Yeah.
But as and so you guys start ascending. Tony, the heir of ranch at this point is probably closest to the rope ladder that Mr. Persiman and Professor Telluriak had started ascending. So is that the one you're going for?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys start
What is
hauling up
the
the ladder.
climb? What's the climb order? It's Charles, then me.
So Charles is on a different rope because he got in earlier and the aisle has been
okay.
floating since, right? So he's on a different rope over here. You guys are in like this last one.
Is it me, Purcell, and H-Man, and the heir of ranch?
Yeah.
Great, because I'm at the front. I'll be like, guys, Victor!
I love this.
It's a great opportunity. We're all climbing, having fun, just vibing.
Hanging from the ladder.
Charles is in his head writing his resignation letter.
We're all marveling at Charles's amazing bod.
Yeah.
And cheese.
This is a normal day for Charles.
I'd imagine so. All right. So as you all start ascending, Professor Telluriak and I'm trying to think who would. Yeah, Professor Telluriak, and I guess you all at the same time, you start hearing this faint hum sound, and it's slowly but surely getting louder as you're ascending the ladder. But this hum sound doesn't seem to be coming from the aisle itself, but it's definitely getting louder.
Does it seem like it's coming
is that
from
a B
below
flat?
us?
Kind of from the side somewhere. It's hard to pinpoint it exactly. You have the wind and everything, but it's definitely somewhere around you.
And is it a consistent hum?
Yes.
You still trying to harmonize?
Are you all just still ascending the ladders?
Oh, yeah. We're just,
I'm not slowing down.
no, but while we're climbing, can Professor Telluriak try to figure out the sound? Like, what is that sound? What is it? What is causing this?
Yeah. How are you? Are you looking around? Are you trying to pinpoint are you looking? Are you using your what would be equivalent to ears?
Oh, hearing. He has one of his tendrils turn into like a tube so
Okay.
that the sound can go into his head better.
Dig it.
Like
All right. Yeah, that works. I think that the narration alone is worth an advantage. So yeah.
yes.
Give me
so
a-
this is mental.
Yep.
Here we go. Do I hear 3? I rolled 3 on both of those.
All right. So you're
Only I
swooping your.
made my ear bigger.
I mean, it's still pretty cool. So you're swooping your coney ear thing made of tentacles around, trying to pinpoint the location, and you think you got it, and then you lose it, and you think you got it, and you lose it again. So you can't quite pinpoint where it's coming from, but you can tell it's moving. Like the source where it's coming from is moving.
I think that whatever is causing the source of the sound is moving. I also believe that it's a C sharp, not a B flat. I was completely wrong.
I'm gonna have to figure that out. That's gonna drive me nuts.
Do you have one of those the harmonica thing?
I don't have a pitch. No, I don't have a pitch pipe with me.
A pitch pipe, yes.
Yeah. Lester would have
he
to go
pulls
into
out
the
his
other
bag of
room to
pitch
get their
pipe.
pitch pipe.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, it's
I
C
don't
sharp.
know.
Mr.
Okay, go
Persiman tries to join in, but it's just like 9 different random notes. So it sounds like a pipe organ that someone's face hands on.
All right. So as you're all still ascending the rope ladder, trying to harmonize with the humming sound that you're hearing coming in and out, you can see it like just out of the corner of your eye, this predator-like camouflage cloaking device recede and reveal this dog-sized drone, right?
Hot dog
You know,
sized?
little. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to like. It's allow me to tell you what type of dog, aren't I? A Labrador-sized drone. Okay.
So more like a sentient bratwurst sized.
I'm gonna pet it.
Yeah, like sentient bratwurst-sized drone. If that helps you imagine the scale of this thing. And it has like some red sensors for positioning. It's hovering pretty close to you. It's just feet away at this point. And it has this pincer-like device with spinning wheels, and they're starting to glow red hot as this laser saw starts wheeling up and is about to try and deal death. And
Hi, buddy.
Here's an important thing: just to one of us or to the rope, because I'm on the rope ladder and I'm worried about that.
Right. Well, it's the first thing it's going to do is it swoops down and it cuts the lowest chunk of rope right under your feet.
Okay.
Air of ranch. And then it starts hovering up and it looks like it's about to do like a diving plunge towards Mr. Person. Well, yeah, Mr. Person H Man / Professor Tularak, since they're pretty much in the same spot at the moment.
Right.
So what are you guys doing?
I have a gun.
That works. I was going to say, I do have one of my many recipes I've been tinkering with. If I can do this while it's still underneath me, like as it's swooping down as we see this, I would love to drop looking for my character sheet so I can read what dumb shit I wrote down.
I imagine this character, like if it had a class, is like a sauce-a-mancer.
Awesome. Well, then we're gonna get along great.
A sorcerer?
If they weren't trying to kill me.
Sorcerer.
Me. Yes, that is. Yeah. So I'm gonna. I have my first act of rebellion was to take the base understanding of what ranch is, and flip it on its head. And I would love to drop my flaming hot and spicy ranch bottle
right.
on this thing while it's swooping underneath us.
All right.
To set it aflame.
And then Professor Tularak is taking a shot at it with his revolver.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I reach into my bag. I'm like fumbling around, and I pull out like a giant phase
Dirty
gun.
Harry. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, stop wiggling the rope, guys.
All right. What's Professor doing?
Oh, I think you said he's just pulled out the gun. Or do you mean human?
No. Oh, I'm sorry. What's Mr. Person Man doing? Sorry.
Person Man is just like, I've never seen murder before. Like, and this is very exciting for him to record.
Okay, so he's just watching.
Yeah, it's his first murder. Like he's never
Right,
been to
sounds
Boston
good.
or anything. This is great.
Okay. Jesus.
Sorry, Tony. Tony's been to Boston.
I think the air of ranch is probably going to get his flaming hot
My bottle
sauce out first, since Professor Tularak had to dig through his bag of paraphernalia to get his Dirty Harry laser revolver out.
Yeah.
And so you can both give me rolls, but so the revolver is going to be, they're both going to be physical rolls.
Yeah. Which is great because like I'm best at talking to people, and I love that I was just like, we're not going to try to talk to this thing. I did get a 5 on my my roll.
Nice. And what did you get, Chris?
A 1. The time for talking is over. The time for shooting is now.
All right. I know what's going to happen, and I'm sorry. So, so what happens first is the sauce, right?
Oh,
And
wait.
it's the flame and
Wait.
go ahead.
I can push my roll, yes?
You can.
Yeah.
You can push.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. And if I push it, it's added to this roll?
Yes, you roll it, you re-roll it, and you add it. But you have to give me like a, something narratively that makes sense. Something's bad is going to happen to you or the situation, and it has to make sense that it would help you shoot this thing, right?
All right. So first thing is I go, idiot, turn on the laser sight.
Okay.
And then the power settings, it was set to
Tickle.
and I'm now going to crank it to super kill.
Okay.
Super tickle.
And it's like vibrating now. It's like it's a phase disruptor array. It's not just a gun,
right.
but it's like vibrating now from the overcharge.
Okay. So you'd have to take a condition. Something's going to bad happen by pushing it. And so I think if you're souping it up like that, it's a chance that this thing's going to like get damaged when you shoot it. Is that fair?
Yeah, we got this.
All right. So go ahead and re-roll.
It's just my
and
only weapon. It's fine.
So re-roll and add the results and see what you get. So yeah, you roll that die again and you add it to the previous.
2.
Oh, hell yeah.
Do you want to push it again?
I mean, at this point, we're already pretty borked. I mean, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? I'm going to blow off my quote unquote arm.
Could. Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to push it again. Why not? This whole thing's
trick
it's already
shot.
exploding.
Do a trick shot. Look in the
We're
mirror
already-
that you brought with you.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. I'm like, wait. Why? I watch this. I got this. So I got the mirror and I'm shooting it behind me.
And what is the mirror called again?
Blam! What is the mirror called?
Yeah.
Poly pocket mirror.
Oh no, don't, isn't that the magic item you made?
Oh no, he had a magic spell.
A magic spell.
Oh, I have a magic spell,
Gotcha.
but this thing doesn't have
Miraculous
nightmares.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now the good news is when I held the mirror up, suddenly I became a lot better at shooting. I did roll a 4, so 1,
Okay.
1, 4 equals
Okay.
6.
All right. You Buster Scruggs it.
Yeah.
So you rolled a 1, 1, and a 4?
Yes.
Okay, solid. All right. Oh man, that was fun. Okay, so we're gonna get to that after we get to the ranch. The ranch got theirs off first. So, is this flaming hot recipe? Does it literally burst into flames?
Oh yeah, it is literally like a flaming hot ranch. It is ranch dressing, but the additives that I put into it did make it actually flaming hot.
So it's like Thai levels of hot.
Yeah, so as it gets exposed to air,
Yeah,
it just
becomes
erupts into flames.
Delicious.
All right, and yours is a success. So you
Zesty.
you fling it upon the hovering drone, and it starts to tip and kilter, right? But it's burst and it's flaming now, right? But the issue is it's like hovering in and about the rope, and you can see like the flames are starting to lick the rope above you. Such a butt.
The rope should be licking the flames. They're delicious.
Love it. And then Chris, the Professor Telluriak. So you do your trick shot. And so there's another condition since you pushed it again, right? And I think so you blast, right? But you're like, oh, I got this, and you go to put it away, but you're still looking in the mirror, and the gun drops out of your tentacle and starts falling down. Tony, the Lost Air Ranch might have a chance to grab it, but it's out of your grasp now, and it's falling towards the ground.
Grab it.
So this flaming hot ranch flavored
Bratwurst.
drone, bratwurst size drone,
Yeah.
is pitching and going back and forth, and you manage to blast it with your trick shot, and it just goes bottom side and it plummets towards the ground and lands into the blue oobleck that is now vigorously percolating from the ground. Lost is the Air of Ranch going to try and grab this revolver?
Yeah,
as
they
it's
said
falling?
they said to try to grab it. I'll try.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got this.
Would I be able to try as well? I'm right below the professor.
Well, I thought you guys were like in the same. I thought you were carrying him. Were you still carrying him, or was the professor?
No,
No,
no.
we're walking. We're climbing. I used
Okay.
my feet to climb.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, person man would have a chance.
First man, go ahead.
And you've been watching this whole thing happen, so I think you're more ready than the air of ranches to grab it, so you'd have an advantage.
Use your
to grab
human
it.
senses.
I rolled a 5.
Hell
That's it.
yeah.
So you grab it, you grab a hold of it, but as you do, you accidentally pull the trigger, and then you hear when it shoots off and shoots somewhere into the top of the underside of the island.
Yeah, you hear Mr. Person Man, but murder is fun.
Yeah, shooting a gun's great, isn't it?
That's why people go to Boston.
I once went to this dimension, actually, that's where I got it, where everybody was carrying a gun. It's pretty cool.
Texas.
The dimension was called Boston.
Yeah.
But it was spelled different.
It was called Southie.
Yeah.
If it's
Jesus. They all have this really annoying accent. So
Yeah, they
go
talk
out to the
funny there.
car. All right. So you douse you douse the drone and shoots it to death, and it plummets to the ground. And now you're missing the bottom half of your rope. So what are you guys doing?
I mean, the only way up is
Just
up.
like the great explorer. Yes, just like the great explorer, Cornwallis Neanderthalis burned his ships so his men could not turn back. We can only go forward.
Upward, technically, but yeah.
And the ship, of course, was just a log.
All right. So it takes a few more minutes for you guys hauling up this rope ladder and get to the underside of this hovering isle. And by this time, Charles is already where you are on the surface. So he had already beat feet and got to where you were going to be. And as you get to like the halfway mark on this rope ladder, the gravity changes, right? You were climbing up, and then your feet just kind of whoop, and then you have to kind of like right yourself and start climbing the other direction as the
Well, it makes it
gravity of the
easier.
island. Yeah, as the gravity of the island takes hold. Yeah, so it does make it easier, but then you just kind of like you're pretty much climbing down a ladder once you get to the halfway mark. So you get to the underside of the island itself. The surface of it is very like it's sandy, silty type surface, very rocky.
Sand.
And across the entire across everywhere, it's just pocked with these holes that are about this big, and they're just everywhere. You can see these like trails, like maybe snake or slug or some type of trails that go here and fro. And near the center of the underside of the isle, you can see there are these adobe-like structures that are made out of the same silt sand type material, and you can see some what looks like from where you are lizard type reptiloid humanoid creatures walking about, meandering from adobe to adobe.
Are they bipeds?
Yes.
Oh,
Um,
fellow bipeds.
you said the ground down below is porous, but that to me doesn't necessarily imply that there are. It implies there are holes in it, but it implies that the holes are small and not necessarily
Yeah. On
anything. These
Yeah, on the
are
way-
holes.
the wasteland surface is porous like coral, right?
Okay.
Here they're like holes. It looks like underneath you'd postulate that it's like a network of holes.
Okay.
First things first, Mr. Person H Man, can I get my gun back, please?
Oh, wait. He puts his finger up. You don't realize it, but inside the shrimp are now arguing with each other. There's a debate going on whether or not they want to keep it, etc. Then finally, the hand goes out with the gun. Then it goes back, goes out, goes. And you see that in like down over here, this little portal, you can see two shrimp fighting over the one little, and then finally he hands out to you, hands open, and the gun drops. Goodbye, gun. I love you.
Grab that gun, and I just go, yeah. Get your own, dude. Just put that in my infinite sack. Save that for later.
Really, really important question. Is this floating island? Is this one of the 1,000 islands? Because I've got an annotated map of the 1,000 islands,
You know what?
and there are 1,000.
How
Tony,
could you say no to that?
I hate you, but you may regret this. in the future, this is one of the 1,000 islands.
One of the 1,000 islands. I have much to learn here.
This is a source of a very important ingredient to high demand sauces.
Excellent.
You don't have any clarity on what the component is, but you know from your experience with the 1,000 islands that there is a very important
All right.
source component here.
I'm gonna roll out the very long map and start looking through my notes on it.
Okay. So based on your notes, you know that this isle is populated by a reptiloid bipedal species known as the Gila.
I've heard of their RPGs.
Yep. Yep. I'm so glad you appreciate that reference too. I also
It's fascinating. The Gila. I've heard of their god, Zilla.
Oh, nice.
And the Gila people, they are very docile and relatively unobservant from the notes you have. And they live harmoniously with a grub-like species called the glub. And the glub are so they live mostly together. They're like livestock for the people.
Okay.
And your last note on the topic is that the glub are, I don't know, metalvorious. They eat metals.
Okay. Is it any kind of metal, or do we? I mean, my notes are not exhaustive. They exist.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, you just have metals.
okay. Are they theoretically the size of all these small little holes all over the place?
Yeah, you would guess. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Livestock being variable in how big it could be, so that's what I was
Yep.
curious. It seems like there are peaceful people here, and there are
Oh, thank God! I
ingredients
was
to
going
be
to blast
found.
that guy.
I don't know that guy was one of them.
No, there was a guy. We saw a guy, right?
The
You
decapitated.
see some people in the humanity in
I
the
thought you meant
adobes.
you meant the bratwurst that we properly topped.
Oh no! I feel good that we took care of that guy.
Okay.
But when we saw those people in the distance, I was going to fire out a warning shot, but I'm glad I stayed my tendril.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mr.
yes.
Person is like, hello, Gillas.
You're a little too far away to carry conversation, but
You're
but
not.
it
You're
doesn't
not
stop
doing it.
him, though.
You're not doing it quite right. Hello over there.
Oh man!
that has to be like an approved greeting of the Duchy of Ranch or something. That's like in the.
Being very loud.
All right, so you say you bark that hello over there, and then you see a couple heads turn your way, and then you see a reptiloid start like bumbling in your direction. So I don't know if you wanted to share a picture of what the is in there, but it's a very large looking crocodile face type
Yeah.
creature with bipedal creature.
Yeah.
And he has he bumbles over to you, and his eyes looked like he's either incredibly bored or stoned out of his mind as he's
Hell
talking.
yeah.
And he says, hello.
Many Urkels to you.
Okay.
We noticed the recent. I'm assuming we can. Are we able to see where a ship has crashed into this island?
So you're on the underside, right? And
That's on the upper
The
side.
district had crashed into the top of the
Gotcha,
aisle,
gotcha,
right?
gotcha. I didn't put that together. Excellent. Did you feel the ground shake a few days ago?
Yes, the quake was vigorous.
Yes, we
Do you
came.
know about what happened?
Oh no, but we've come to find out and help in any way that we can, along with procuring any interesting ingredients or culinary techniques you have.
Their head. You should tell their head that their body is. And I guess I would point up.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, you
backward,
point up, but you're actually pointing to the wasteland surface.
in case anyone's
Okay.
head is looking for their body.
Okay.
I'm helpful.
And as you're talking to him, he looks at you and his eyes kind of go wide, like you almost see an expression of excitement as he looks at your exosuit. And then he turns his head and he yells, "Get buckets ready!" And he says, "Would you join me?"
For buckets?
"You'll need many buckets." And he turns around and he starts slowly trotting towards the Adobe
Bipeds
village.
love buckets.
Fascinating. Yeah, buckets are cool.
So Mr. Person
I
Man,
like
being an
buckets.
idiot, starts following.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
All right.
make our way to the buckets.
Yeah. Make your way to the little Adobe village. And as you approach, there's like the tracks, the landscape is still pocked and sandy as it has been when where you guys first got to the aisle. But there seems to be a lot of more of those tracks, like the slug-like tracks, presumably from the glub creatures. And you get back and you get to like the main area where the adobes are, and there's maybe like 20, 25 of these home-like structures. There's no really rhyme or reason to where they are. They're all just kind of placed in the same general area. And as you get to kind of near the center of this little village, there's more of these Gila people walking around. You can see these grub-like creatures with several, like 3 or 4 luminous eyes and these little pincer mandibles. And as you're walking by, a bunch of them, their eyes like look up to Mr. Person Man, and their mandibles start like chittering back and forth. And as you get to near the center of the village, you can see a few of the Gila reptiloid people are bringing buckets of these. They're not buckets; they're more like ceramic pots, but they have a handle on it. And they put like 2 or 3 of these buckets on the ground, and the Gila person that had greeted you goes down and he grabs one of the buckets and he goes to like dump it over Mr. Person Man's head.
Oh, me next. Me next. Me next.
He hasn't done it yet. Are you going to do
Buckets.
anything of?
I mean,
Oh man. Person Man
Could be
will-
Gatorade.
What color? Let's wager.
you could have just won the Super Bowl.
Okay, so he picks up the buckets. Does Mr. Person Man get a chance to look and see what's in any of them?
Yeah. So as he's tipping it, he's like tipping it towards you before he gives you the bucket. And it's this, it looks maybe a little gritty, but it's a liquid. It's like a grayish, whitish liquid. It looks very similar to like the silty material on the ground, but it's a liquid material.
No, thank you. I have a drinking problem.
He says, "You require buckets."
What's in the buckets?
Please let me please let me give you a bucket. And you can see the gloves are all starting to like come towards you, and they're starting to surround you on the ground now.
Bipeds trust each other. And Mr. Person Man does this.
With the arms wide open, like that type thing.
Yeah, I told you, drinking
I don't
problem.
like this at
Bipeds
all.
trust each other is such a great statement.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Professor Telluriak does not like all of this. This is like that time in Amsterdam. His senses are going off. And he's reaching for his blasting gun. And he's going to pull it out and be like, "Whoa there, buddy. What's in the bucket, man?"
It's just poop.
Okay, it's fine. Do it now.
And then he immediately dumps it over Mr. Person Man's head, and it just starts slowly pouring. And then he starts like rubbing it all over the
Shitty.
surface of the mech suit and like getting it in all the nooks and crannies. You are bucketified.
I am
Definitely.
ticklish because he's protecting me because that keeps them from eating me, right?
Things typically will not eat their own feces.
Hey,
as a general rule. Typically,
I log on to get my hobbies bagged on. Okay.
yeah.
Professor Telluriak is so relieved. He thought they were going to dump the slugs on you and they're going to start eating you.
That's what I thought.
No, it's
fact that
just shit.
The fact it's just poop. Well, okay then. I'm sorry I doubted you guys.
Is this for your sauce?
He dumps another bucket on top of you and he starts pouring it in as he
Here.
does that.
And then I
get a sample.
finger of it.
It tastes.
I didn't know. I didn't say I
delicious.
taste the sample.
Okay. Okay.
I said
okay.
I get a sample.
It looks like it tastes delicious. This
Take a
is
big
this
picture
is
and cover it in
fairly
toast.
likely the reason why this is on the list of 1,000 islands.
Yeah. Excellent.
You asked
Okay.
The rarest sauce, liquid diarrhea. Fascinating.
So I'm going to reach into my pockets because one of the things my guys has is just a pocket of knickknacks. And he's going to pull out three
Paddywhacks?
colored wooden buttons and hand them to the reptiloid.
Yeah.
And thank you, Gilla.
Yeah, he's actually really happy with that gift. You can see like what would pass as a smile on a crocodile's face. He gives it. He's very happy with that.
Well, you
And he
never
tucks
stop
it
to
into one of
smile
his-
to a crocodile.
he tucks it into his satchel. And
What a
he
beautiful exchange of cultures.
I got shit on and gave him 3 wooden buttons.
you usually have to pay a lot more for that kind of thing. if I'm being
Yeah, in
honest.
Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Glad I didn't have to blast a guy again. Man, this is twice now that I really thought I was going to have to murder someone.
So after not yet. So after the Gilla person smears poop all over Mr. Person Man, he's still doing it. And he asks, "So, what do you know of the quake? Do you know why the glub are disappearing?"
Oh, are they disappearing?
They're going to the top side.
If the glubs aren't here, did you have to cover them in poop?
There are some still here, but not as many.
Okay. You think so?
And you can see they are around. And after he smears Mr. Person Man with poop, all the glubs start like meandering off.
They go, ah, shit.
They don't have the poop on the other side, do they? I mean, the other side.
On the top side of the aisle? Is that what you're
Yes.
asking? No one lives on the top side.
I mean, if Glub have gone over there, there's theoretically some Glub poop by this point in time. Buckets of it, maybe not. Might have to forage.
Is there perhaps
for-
a glub tunnel? A glub tunnel that we could glub our way through to get
Oh,
to the other side?
are you asking the Gilla?
Yeah.
Yeah. He says, I don't know. Maybe. We're too
Think
big
harder?
for glub holes.
It's true. Yeah, because there is the question
Like,
of
you could probably stick a tendril through a hole.
Probably
Can
could.
you like octopus your body into just a and just wiggle through?
Probably, but my camera wouldn't fit, so I'm not going to do that.
Oh yeah. I'm worried about cheese wheels.
Well, you might be able to get you might be able to get your head in to see what's in there, though. You know, you never know. Yeah, actually, your camera probably would fit. Really,
if you take it apart, the various lenses.
I think it would.
Okay,
fit.
so
The
the issue
diffuser.
is that the camera does come apart, but I don't know how to like put it back.
Because he lost the manual. We've been over this.
The kid at Circuit City put it together for you.
Wow,
took it
so
apart,
it's-
took it
that's a
apart
deep
once,
cut.
had to take it in for service.
Yeah. Yeah.
Professor
You got the 3-year service.
Telluriak got it at Circuit City at a dimension that still has Circuit Cities.
Yeah.
That's ruled by Circuit
Everything is-
City.
And everything is great there.
Yeah, everything's great.
God.
Everything is Circuit City and Montgomery Ward.
We're all department
Media play
managers
is still
there.
open.
Radio Shack.
Oh God.
The no, we don't I mean, we saw it crash and came to check it out. I mean, it was a ship. Ships are made out of metal a lot of the time. So,
Is that what the Quake was? A ship?
yeah.
Oh,
Or a boat. We didn't see the size.
Yeah, what
A
is
boat that
well,
flies.
in meta, it was the district that broke off
Came
the
down,
simulacrum
yeah.
that came down. But for the purpose of this guy, he doesn't know the difference, anyways.
The purpose of the air
the
branch,
difference between
apparently, he
boats
doesn't
and a
know
ship
either.
is boats are smaller.
Fair.
I'm also covering my walking stick in poop just to make sure.
What's the walking stick made out of?
It is made actually out of a very controlled type of grown coral, but Mr. Person Man is not taking chances.
Dude, you're never going to get that out of the nooks and crannies of that thing.
It smells great.
I like shit.
Professor Telluriak is a bit of a germaphobe. He's going to have to draw the line here. He's glad that this happened before you saved his life. He would have just preferred to die.
Did you take any pictures?
Yeah, look at me. I'm covered in shit. Take a photo.
Damn, out of film, I guess.
I thought you said it was digital.
What a filthy mic.
Take a selfie. He puts his arm out for you to come and get next to
Oh
him.
no, I'm good. He blobs his way into like a shape like this. Be like, no, I'm good, man.
You don't want to come
Cool.
here for Christian side hug? We can get a photo. No?
He holds the camera and makes the sound with his mouth.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Nice.
That'll go in the picture album.
That's perfect.
You can see in some of the aquariums, a few of the shrimp are just, but a bunch of them are like,
The mass sound of tiny little flippers touching tiny little flippers as hard as they can.
it's like Naked Gun.
Yeah.
So the glub eat the metal. Did the glub appear more as pets, or you said they're livestock? So they are.
Yeah, they consider them livestock, but they seem to be just doing whatever the hell they want.
Okay.
Free range.
Yep. Cage free.
Yeah.
So they would go after your gun, but I don't think
Yeah,
there's
so-
any other major. Well,
there's
your
the-
firearms
the-
metal.
Yeah, the camera too, right? And so the thing he has going for him is he's not actually touching the ground. So there's a few glub that are like looking up at him wantingly, but they're not. They can't actually get to him. So
Oh, this is easy. I'm going to put my metallic objects so they don't get impoopified.
nice. I know where you're going.
I'm already been.
I scooped up my
Gloopified?
hands with some. You want some? Put it in your
Oh
bag.
no, I'm just going to put this in another dimension. So I'll just put that in my bag and close it.
Good idea.
They made this for you.
Along with my Oscar, my Academy Award, that'll go in.
And as you guys are all talking to the Skilla and trying to smear poop on one another, you hear something like a scream. If a crocodile could scream, it's like a type sound. And what a Gilla walks out of one of the adobe, and he goes, something happened. And then a few of them start going into the adobe to investigate what's going on.
Oh, I like things that happen. And I start wandering over there covered in shit.
Oh yeah, I'm really jazzed to see something because so far all I've seen of this amazing place for our big vacation is a guy get covered with poop.
I
And
love both of your characters' blind wantingness just to look at things.
just to see.
Yeah.
And I can't take pictures of Charles when he's not looking, so let's just go ahead and go.
He's gonna have his own calendar by the time this adventure is over.
Yep.
So does the
Yeah,
Duke
Professor Telluriak's office.
has the Duke kind of put together that this is the ingredient, or is this the ingredient?
I mean, I think it was implied when that this is the ingredient that I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a sample to
Right,
do
but you're
some,
good though, right?
some testing. I mean, it seems like there's probably more of it around if I need it.
Yeah. Okay. So are you all heading into the adobe to see what their hubbub is about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So get in there, and it's a one-room mud shack. There's what qualifies as a bed kind of in the middle of the adobe, and there's like a little fire pit area and some non-metallic knickknacks strewn across the floor. And
Is this
you're
a
standing
hostel?
there. No, this is like a one-room house hut type deal.
Like an Airbnb.
In Boston.
In Boston.
Verbo.
No one in Boston is going to buy Grok 2E. I'm telling you that right now. No one's good.
Or they're all going to get it. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, we were featured so
There's a Dunkin'
prominently
Donuts
the
in this
X-Men
one.
play.
So you get in there. There's a couple other Gila standing around gawking. And on the bed, there's a Gila body. And its chest is just like caved in. It's a big hole where its chest was, and it's just completely vacant. There's blood and viscera and a bunch of nastiness.
Fascinating.
Everybody give me a mental roll as you're just looking at it. I want to see.
Professor
what you see.
Telluriak loves murder mystery dinners and actually has read several murder books by Sir
I like it.
Arthur Conan Doyle. And he
7.
rolled a 1 like an idiot.
Oh, I rolled a 1 too.
I
you
like
got
how the two academics are like, yes.
You rolled a 12?
Yes. I rolled a 7.
Oh, awesome. I straight up rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm going to
said
start
you
trying to
rolled a
talk
1
to the
too.
person. Time for you to wake up.
obviously the knickknacks and stuff around the floor have been untouched, so that's very suspicious. So you start looking at all the marbles and leather pouches and things that are strewn across the floor looking for clues.
All
As
the knickknacks, paddywhacks,
paddywhacks,
bones.
give the grub a bone. And the
I'm checking the ceiling for the body organs that are missing. Where did you put them?
and the heir of ranch starts actually looking at the body, and you can see that the hole in his chest is approximately glove sized. There's a lot of tracks, glove tracks in and around the body, and it has a head. But if you're looking at like the bed, it looks like there's like a cut mark in the ground and some old dried blood, but there's no marking on this body's neck at all. Another oddity that you notice since you rolled a pretty good success is this particular Gila has, like on one hand, it has 6 fingers and the other it has 8. And then you start looking around and most of the Gila you see have 5 and 5, but there's a couple that have a few other odd digits too.
Okay. And you said that the head is untouched, not just that
Correct.
there is, it is not cut at all.
Correct.
You were just giving me information. Cool. And then you said it has a glove-sized hole and there are glove marks around.
Yeah, glub marks.
Glove
Yep.
mark. Okay, that's what I was like. Cool. That's what I was.
Glub.
GL. Okay. Excellent. Cool.
Professor Telluriak reaches into his bag, pulls out sunglasses. Looks like this guy finally got something off his chest.
And then who starts playing?
His widow is over there sobbing as Professor Telluriak is doing this stupid joke, just trying to make someone laugh.
And she
do your
didn't even
investigation now.
appreciate it. She didn't
I
even
rolled a
say
1.
thank you.
The does the hole go? Is the hole go all the way through, or is it as if something had erupted out of the body?
It doesn't look like something erupted. It looks something went in and then pulled something out.
And then pulled
Something definitely
out.
went in, but there is something missing from
He
his
had a
chest.
heart of steel. And is it in the stomach or the chest area? Sorry,
It's in the chest area.
chest area.
Yeah, it looks like it has. You don't know the inner workings, the inner anatomy of these creatures
Yet.
but it looks like it has all of its parts.
Okay.
But there's something missing. Like there's there's obviously a cavity. Like something extra was here and it's not there now.
Yeah. I just look at the one who came outside and it was like something happened. Is this normal?
No.
And when you said something happened, were you here for the something?
No, the something was that they're dead with a hole
That
in their chest. No, this is not normal.
You mentioned earlier the one who we originally talked to seeming just like stoned. Was that the general vibe of everybody?
That's the general vibe. They're nice peoples, but they're pretty unobservant and lackadaisical about everything.
And even right now, as they're looking at the dead body of one, did they seem pretty unconcerned, but like generally not reacting very strongly?
Yeah, there's like, wow, this is like weird.
Okay.
But they're otherwise not phased.
Do any of the glub around look weird? Start picking them up.
That's a good one. So there's a couple glub that are still like in the building, but it looks like they're starting to like scurry away. As you pick one up, you look at it, doesn't seem. Give me a mental roll, and it's going to be with advantage because that was pretty specific.
That's a 5.
5.
Yep.
All right. So you pick one up, and you start looking at it, but you can't really tell. I mean, it just looks like whatever these creatures are.
I'm supposed to roll a D8, not a D6. It's still a 5.
All right. And then you pick other one up, and you're looking at it, and you can feel something solid inside of it. Like the other one was pretty mush, pretty soft and mushy.
Yeah.
This one, there's something solid.
I'm gonna work the glub like a tube of toothpaste to see what happens.
Do you care if this thing dies or not? Or
I don't. And since these people treat them like livestock, I don't think I'm worried that anybody else does either.
All right. So
I'm not trying to kill it, but I'm not concerned about it dying.
Are you rolling it up like a almost empty thing of toothpaste? Or you just like
you know how in the first pass you just give it kind of a pretty firm and then you come back and I'm starting with firm swipe and then I'll come back and roll it up if I need to.
Okay, so we're talking toothpaste. I know what it was for a moment there. I got excited.
Yeah, there's a lot of suggestive hand movements. We're talking about toothpaste.
You're just churning butter.
Yeah. And so you start squeezing this thing like a tube of toothpaste, and it starts excreting this liquid out of both of its holes. And the object is mostly close to its mouth. So you start squeezing out, and then out splorts a metallic device about the size of a fist.
Is it a pacemaker?
No, that's a good guess.
It would have been such a strong choice for them to be like, you know what?
Yeah.
Put this in here and see how long Alan lasts with a pacemaker.
So this is really evident to Mr. Person Man because you have things that are very similar to this. This is like a transmitting, receiving device.
Okay. I point at it. I know thing. May I see thing? And he puts both his hands out that are still shitty, hoping for you to put the item in his hands.
I mean, it's on the ground. I think I'm discarding the worked over glove.
Okay.
You are welcome to grab it. Also, I think it's probably covered. I mean, it's covered in the equivalent of shit at this point in time. Also, too.
Yeah.
No, I just don't know how recycling.
Isn't it like vomit though, or saliva?
I was indicated that liquid came out both of its holes, so I'm assuming it was in a digestive state where the liquid covering it is probably an even mix of digestive.
There was the tube pasting. There was a lot of internal ruptures that occur as well.
Do we have an O card yet in the chat?
is the chat into this?
Oh yeah. I'll pick it up and in my hands, I'll pull it in and I'll turn with my back to everybody because again, Mr. Person Man thinks they're slick. And then a bunch of little shrimp will come out with little helmets on, pressurized suits and start poking and prodding at it and examining it. These are the engineer students.
Yeah. Also, right now, Mr. Person Man is slick. It is just with shit.
Literally.
He's slick as shit.
I mean, I haven't figured out that he's not a person and or human and or man.
Yeah.
Yeah. This could be normal.
The other person is a ranchman, so a rancher.
I'm the ranchman. Do I roll anything?
Yeah, you can give me a
try and
mental
determine-
with advantage.
Okay, so I'm trying to determine the function of this device. All right, let's see. Oh man, that suck. 4.
Okay. Do you want to push it? Go with 4.
I'm gonna push it real good.
Bum, 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 bum.
You got this.
Is the sound as I take out the salt and pepper to start working on
Another 4. Okay,
That's an
so total of 8.
All right.
But while doing this, one of the shrimp who's really making the discovery climbed underneath it. He got a little too excited, forgot that these are not the typical rules of his. He's out of his depths, so to say. He falls to the floor, and I don't know. Do the gloves go after him?
Nope, they don't go after him.
Okay, then person H-Man will reach down and pick him up with one hand, but he's very banged up. And then you see immediately the med student shrimps now have something to do, and they have him in a little thing, and they haul him in a
A
little
stretcher.
pressure capsule. Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah,
So you can put so you'll get a condition for your push, and we'll call it like engineering department is temporarily
yeah, engineering department. Yeah, they're traumatized. Yeah.
trauma. Yeah, yeah, understaffed. Exactly.
All right, they're understaffed.
All right. So I just want to say you cannot have that happen if you have hit points. Okay.
Yeah, your
I
engineering
love it.
department can't be temporarily understaffed.
Yeah.
Have hit points.
I took damage, and now my engineering department is temporarily.
All right. So you're starting to look at it, and it's similar enough to a lot of devices you've seen, especially in your romps to this simulacrum as you've been adventuring. And it's mostly a transmitting device,
Okay.
and it seems to trigger when there was a low heart rate connected to it. It's not connected to anything now, so it's not transmitting anything, but it's primarily a transmitter, and it's a short
So it
range
is
transmitter.
So it was a pacemaker.
No, it didn't. It doesn't pacemake. It figures out. It basically, when something is asleep, it transmits.
Yeah. You know that
So
I'm
if he's up
falling
in
and
the-
I can't get up med alert things.
Right.
Something
Like that,
yeah.
but
Med alert. That's right.
Was it big enough to be swallowed?
No. Oh, sorry. It's too big. Yeah, it's too big to be swallowed.
Okay.
What if you had a crocodile mouth?
Even based on its neck, like this is definitely
This was surgically implanted.
very likely. Yeah.
crocodile mouths connect to crocodile throats.
I'm going to share this with everybody, and person H-Man is going to ask, is it normal for bipeds to have large things inside them?
We
Could
all
not
have-
even begin to tell you.
Are you asking any of the Gila, or is that just a question?
Oh, I was actually
To the
asking more my two compatriots here,
Okay.
the professor and
Couldn't even tell you.
you.
I mean, I just learned today that shrimp fall out of people. So
Oh. Oh, you saw something else. And then I'm going to start asking the
Hey.
Gila.
Great
it's all
recovery.
right, dude. It's okay. I didn't know you were pregnant, but it's cool.
Yes,
I'm glad.
I'm pregnant because I'm a slut. And then I'm going to go around and hold it up to other Gila. Is this yours? Do you have one of these as well? How many of you have these inside your chests?
All of them
Professor-
tell you no, we do not have those.
Okay.
Professor Telluriak, first of all, does not believe these people. He does have an idea, though.
Oh,
My camera might have an X-ray setting.
Ooh, fuck. Okay. It definitely does. We've established
Yeah.
and it's looking at the oobleck.
Yeah,
It's
and it's off
capability,
the
so-
ground, so you don't have to worry about covering
All right.
shit.
But can you find it is the question.
I got. I've
Mental
seen it
roll
before.
disadvantage 3.
I do know how this works. I can do this.
You're going to get into the menu, then toggle over 4
Yeah.
tabs.
Mr. Person
yes.
H-Man stands behind you, and he's just because you see like a bunch of little shrimp up there.
He leans
Okay.
in close.
Yes.
The lens cap is on.
Okay. Yeah, I know that lens cap is on because I didn't want to like get the lens scratched. Obviously. Takes
I
that
mean,
off.
if you're using it for X-ray,
Okay.
it shouldn't matter if the lens cap is
That's
on.
very unless it's a lead cap.
That's true.
Licks the cap. I don't think it's lead. Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to take an X-ray picture of some of these gloves, and let's see what comes out.
Okay. Other gloves.
That's the sound of it.
Okay. You're all
Gloves or the
getting.
gillas?
So you're taking
Yeah,
pictures
are
of
the
the
lizard
gloves,
people
not
or the-
gills.
Oh, the
Okay.
gillas. The
Oh, the
lizard
gills.
people.
Okay.
Okay. So you start taking pictures, and most of them come up blank, but a couple of them show a similar device in their
Cancer?
chest. No.
I'm just saying. Oh, you got gallstones.
Well, you've just exposed all your comrades to some X-ray photographs. So
all my little shrimp are.
give it a few years.
The dental shrimp is like, oh no! Trying with the one little vest to throw it on as many shrimp as he can.
And so as you're looking at the pictures of the ones that have whatever in their chest, and you're actually looking at these gilla, it's the ones that have the whatever device, the transmitting device in their chest, seem to be the ones that have too many fingers on their hands.
Fascinating. Okay. I'm gonna pull my coterie close. You're not Poof Man. You stay. Pooh Man stays like a little bit further away.
You come over and talk to me.
but the Lord of Ranch and beautiful Charles, come
Charles.
close.
Beautiful.
And I'm gonna whisper into their ears like, guys, I think I know which ones have the bullshit in their chests. It's the ones with too many fingers. I assume. I don't know how many fingers most of these species are supposed to have.
I mean, generally
How many
it
fingers were
looks like 5 generally.
5 is too many?
No, 5 is the right amount.
Okay, 5 is the right amount.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. How many do you have?
Me? 5. It's a common number.
Okay. Okay. Good. Charles?
Charles has 6 on each, but that's also normal for Charles. Let's just not be vanilla all the time.
Okay.
It helps with the surface area for
Yeah.
carting big wheels of cheese.
Yeah.
Grip
Okay.
strength.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. And then the weirdo ones have how many fingers?
More than 5, or not 5. I guess. Do they all have more?
They all have more, but there's not it's not
There's
like
not
they
a
all
set
have 6
number.
or 7. Some have more, some have 7, some have 8, some have
Gotcha.
odd combination, but they're all more than 5.
And the pothead lizards never noticed this.
They did not seem to.
Okay. Probably figure out when they run out of Doritos.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we do with this information that we've just gleaned?
Well, I mean, we could try.
I'm running a blank.
We try to find out where it's transmitting to. That's really not my whole zhuzh, but I mean, we can give it a go.
You don't have a sauce that detects radio waves?
I mean, I've got some notes I've been tinkering, but not at the moment. No.
Okay. Do I have anything? Gambling debts, not useful. Unfortunately, our robot seems to be in sleep mode.
Well, I mean, they are pregnant, so they do need more rest.
There's
I'm sorry,
sleeping-
robot?
I mean, our friend is in
Human.
sleep mode. Who is
Yeah,
sleeping for 10,000.
his engineering department right now can't.
That's right. That's true too.
Yeah, because I was thinking of that, like to try and figure out where the frequency's going, but no,
Well, you can try. It'll just be at a disadvantage because your engineering department's understaffed.
Understaffed. It's true.
Okay, all right. They'll wrangle in a humanities major because they read an article once. Oh my gosh, I rolled 2 5s. So
That's
You did
good.
it.
yeah, they're trying to
Right.
figure out where, because obviously it waits till they're asleep, so they're vulnerable. But it's trying to figure out where it's beaming to, where the signal's going.
I mean, the real trick here would be to get 3 of them to go to sleep at the same time so you can triangulate the signal.
Or we could also, if the error was convincing enough, get all of them with multiple fingers to sleep in one location one night, and we just wait.
I
Get
mean,
him sauced.
I'm a big fan of, we can wait till everybody's going to bed. And I feel like if we assert that they need to sleep in a certain way, that they may be fairly compliant to that.
Just give them a bag of chips.
Yeah. I mean, even if we're just like, oh no, you're going to sleep over here tonight, they're just probably going to be okay.
You should. Has anyone ever tried to like make you go to sleep? Like when you do like a sleep study and it's like you can't sleep. I imagine we try to force them to sleep. It'd be hard.
Yeah. I think we just suggest
nothing
where
but
they
comfort.
sleep.
Oh, okay. So when we rolled when he studied
So-
the device to see where it's transmitting, what did he glean?
So when you studied it, you determined that it's transmitting short range. And you can manipulate the device and kind of like ping off send out a short signal to see if it pings off of any receivers and what frequency. And based on the time that it pings back, it's wherever is receiving is very close. And you get a ping that it's topside.
Okay. But Dingus and Wingus here have no clue how to get to the top side.
I mean, go ahead, Tony.
I was gonna say they just seemed unconcerned with how to get to the top side, and they aren't interested in doing it. But I don't get the feeling they're interested in much.
That's accurate.
As somebody who's traveled 1,000 islands,
Oh.
for the underside,
So you guys know, right? The Isles, you can traverse the entire thing just walking around.
yeah, that's what I was
the
gonna say.
Right.
Gravity is in the middle,
Okay.
and we just have to move to the other side of gravity.
Yeah, that's
Well, I propose that we leave these shit-stained stoners behind and find our way to this crash site. Perhaps we'll find where the receiver is.
I am going to gather up some shit because this needs to be studied. Luckily, I have a bunch of Ziploc bags in my pockets from my pockets filled with useless knickknacks because these are actually useful. And I'll fill several Ziploc bags with shit.
okay. Add it to an asset slot. Several Ziploc bags full of.
Now I'm running
shit.
low on the asset slots.
Yep, that's something to be aware of because
That's the thing you have to manage.
you also take conditions in those asset slots, and if you run out, then bad things happen.
Not having a vehicle really helped, or a companion. Bags of shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would think the fact that Charles pushes that giant wheel of cheese around would mean I don't have to use 2 slots. That's not how the game works, though.
Yep. He's important to you. If he's important, he's taking a slot.
And so is that hyper pungent wheel of blue cheese. And so,
That's right. I mean, you can take it off, but there's no guarantee that you're going to get access to that hyper.
I don't. Yeah, where would I find this ingredient again? I'd have to go all the way back to where I got the blue cheese in the first place.
Yeah, some other 1,000 isle.
One of the other 1,000
Where's
islands.
that now? No one knows. You know. Good choice. All right. So what are you doing now after you hoard your bags of shit?
I think we all
I'm
rest.
ready to
We all rest.
skedaddle.
Yeah.
Oh, are you resting? Are you going with that? Okay.
Is there a hostel that we could?
No, there's just adobe huts. There's a few that are vacant.
Yeah, because we pushed a bunch of them to sleep in the same room, so there's empty ones now.
All right. So you're going to suggest that a few of them go to the multi-fingered,
Yes.
too many hand-fingered ones go to sleep. Okay.
Yeah.
So whoever's doing the talking, give me a social roll.
I got that.
And it's at advantage because, yes, they are
My
completely
social's only
docile.
D6.
I love that the first one I rolled was a 12. So I think we're going to do great here. We'll just use the second one as the thing. That was a 10. So 22.
Oh, so advantage, you take the higher. So it'd be 12.
No, I know, but I rolled a 12 on the first one.
Oh, God. Oh, and he exploded. Jeez.
So I would have exploded. So we'll just use the next one as we call it 22.
All right. So you suggest to him, yeah, you should all probably sleep in the same spot for your protection or whatever.
Yeah.
And they don't even need an explanation. They just say, yeah, okay. And then they say, yeah, kind of sleepy. And they just start heading to bed like immediately. Right. It didn't take a lot of push for them to go to bed in the same place and be convinced that they should go to sleep now.
These guys would be so good at sleep studies.
Yeah.
They would.
My shrimp are undergrads, so they start making a fresh pot of coffee, and they're going to stay up and watch.
Pull an all-nighter.
Yeah.
All right. So are you guys hanging out in the same Adobe that they're all sleeping in, just like watching them through the window? Or what?
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
I would never. I'm going to go to my own quarters. Thank you very much.
Right.
Okay. So Professor Telluriak is like, yeah, I should probably turn in too. And he just follows the heir of Ranch. He's just like following him.
We split the party.
That's fine.
All right.
And then while you're
And
laying
Mr.
down, he's just kind of like floating next to you.
Yeah, that's fine. Charles leans the
Taking-
wheel of cheese
he's
against
not
the wall,
sleeping, he's just-
curls up underneath it.
Taking pictures in your sleep.
Like a little tent.
Just a little tent leaned against one of the adobe walls.
I will take pictures of Charles while he's sleeping.
Jeez. And Mr. Person Man is watching the three Gilla sleep. Okay.
Yep.
As soon as they put their heads down, they all start dozing. And a few seconds later, you see all three of them almost in sync. There's a like a pin that pokes through the center of their chest, and then it like opens up their entire chest, and this little radio, like the little satellite dish type thing, starts turning around, and then it stops, and then it starts. There's like a little red light that starts pulsating. So it looks like it's sending. All three of them are sending a signal. And as it happens, you're standing outside. You're standing outside, looking in, right? As it's happening, as it starts transmitting the signal, you can see Glub start like circling the adobe and start crawling up the walls, trying to get into the building.
Okay. My bags, I empty a bag of shit as quick as I can on all three of them. Just dump that shit right in their chest.
Right in their open
Yeah, that
chest.
can't be
Yep.
sanitary.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna get septic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When you
You're
do that,
welcome.
all the gloves start meandering away. They're no longer interested. Yeah, I guess that's all you can tell. And
Do the
you're
gloves
using this.
crow at dawn.
Do gloves?
Crow
Good
at
question.
dawn.
I guess there's one way to find out. There's no actual dawn though, because it's like the underside of this hovering island.
Yeah.
So it's just like if like it's especially radiant outside or not. And so you have the three of them in the room, and they're all, you can base on like their satellite position, like where they're moving, where they are, where it was transmitting to. So you have a really good bead on where they're transmitting to on the top side of the aisle now.
Triangulate its location.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's where we're going.
After we wake up the next day, and
Right.
you explain it to us, I tell those guys never to sleep again. Like, just don't sleep. It'll be bad.
Well, they wake up, and are you still like watching them as they sleep for the
Oh, yeah.
entire night?
Oh, yeah.
Eventually the transmitters go back in their chest, right? And it kind of like closes on its own, and they wake up with all of that glub shit in their chest still, and they all have like really bad heartburn. They complain about it a lot now.
My heartburn.
That's because I put shit in your chest.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome.
That they don't really they don't seem to mind enough.
They don't process
As much as
like,
anyone should.
how do I navigate that sentence?
All right. Next day. Now
Professor
you guys can-
Telluriak, by the way, does have antacids, just in case. But he doesn't want to share with these people because he hates them.
Jesus.
They're worthless stoners. With poop in their chest.
I mean, I think given the ping and the shakes and the ship, / the district, we start walking to the other side.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I refilled my
so-
bags of shit, by the way.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
Don't
worried.
you
Nice.
worry.
Based on knowing where it was being transmitted to, you can kind of figure out what would be the fastest way to get to the source. So you start heading that direction so you can start circumventing the isle to get to the top side. You get to almost the edge, and it's pretty much the same barrenish landscape. It's just holes and sand and silt. And you see this Gila figure walk from top side, and he just comes around to the bottom side and he starts walking in your direction. And the heir of ranch, since you did a thorough investigation earlier on the body, this one looks exactly like the one that had its chest bored out,
Okay.
except it has more fingers now. Its
Okay.
face, everything else looks identical.
Even more than the 6 or 8 fingers.
Is it
the other
racist
one
to
had.
say all the?
What was
Is
that?
it racist to say all the Gila look the same?
They do look very similar, but he did a very good investigation of the body, so he can tell some features look identical.
And no matter how similar you look, you said it looks more like it looks like the one who died.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, the only difference is it has more fingers. Yep.
Gotcha.
And it's just he just walks right past you guys. He doesn't even stop. He's walking towards the village.
Interesting. Okay.
Are you going to say anything about it to us?
No.
Do you know that guy?
Yeah, I wave at him. So we notice that there's all the extra thing. I mean,
He waves at you with his 20 fingers.
he looks like the individual whose chest popped. I don't understand the breeding habits of these creatures. This could be normal.
Could be a twin.
Could be a twin. We don't know.
Could be a triplet.
Yeah. A
Could be a
quadruplet. An octuplet.
Quintuplet.
Quintuple.
Who knows the biggest number
An-
for word?
An nth tuplet.
An nth tuplet.
Yeah, we're getting to like clown car uterus territory now.
Yeah.
That's pretty rich from the guy who's pregnant with 1,000 embryos, I assume.
647.
And as we get up on the other side of this, do we see, what do we see?
Yeah, so you get up to the other side of the island, of the isle. There's the simulacrum in the sky above. Luckily, it's not irradiating down upon your heads at the moment. And you can see this, the remains of this crashed district. So it's a big hulking piece of, pieces of metal. And you're on like the opposite of the thruster side. So there's this big, large structure. Then there's a faint green glow on its opposite side of you. The landscape is, it's green and it's almost like, it's not quite grass. It's like if a shag carpet was made out of rubber is like the consistency of the
Okay.
ground here.
I mean, I've lived in Seattle. I know what that's like.
Yeah. And so you have this large metal structure, green glow behind it, and there's like some like jagged openings in the structure itself, like across its surface, and it's kind of slanted off kilter. And there's this large opening like right in front of you. Like you could walk right into it if you wanted to. It's from where you are now, it's a few hundred feet off.
Do y'all want to walk right into this? The air asks.
I
his
mean,
companions.
we made it this way.
You know that my character is dumb enough to do that. So, I mean, I would just walk right across the orgy carpet and go right in.
My character's game enough to do it. So
Down to cloud.
What about the air?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I love the voice of caution is like,
All right.
Yeah.
You get more than halfway there as you're walking across this rubbery shag carpet, like up top side of the aisle. And you start to see glub bodies, and they get more and more. Like the closer you get, the more glub bodies there are.
Do they
And
look
all
like
seem to
they've
be
been worked over like a toothpaste tube?
No, they all look like they've been cut in half with a laser saw.
Oh, interesting.
okay, I immediately recognize that.
Oh, Professor Telluriak's going to pull out his old trusty gun. He's just going to have it ready. He can keep it inside of his ectoplasm core, so nobody really notices it, but then it'll pop out when he needs it. But he's game.
Right.
He's ready.
I
Not
say
gonna be caught unawares.
a quick prayer to the green goddess.
Nice. Next
Nice.
actual play, there's going to be a Jolly Green Giant.
No.
Okay. You guys still walking straight up to it?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. As you get closer, you hear humming.
Oh, we've heard
You
that
may be-
before.
Maybe 20, 30 feet away from this main entrance of it. You can't quite see inside because it's pretty dark.
Is it a C sharp?
A what?
Is it a C sharp? The humming.
I'm going to find out. Continue. I'm going to find out.
Great. Thank you.
I like that you said continue.
well-
Hold on, the GM's going to take
Yeah,
a break.
we,
Play amongst yourselves.
It's an F.
An F, of course.
Let's get an F in the
All right.
chat.
Well, I remember that hum. And that's not a good hum.
I hope that helps with
Out
your
of my-
immersion.
Out of my core.
Okay.
All right.
I take
Don't
out
you have weapons?
my Russian revolver.
You have a
You're,
Russian
you're like in
revolver?
the gaunt. It's just your wow. Okay.
Okay.
Really quick. Does it only have one bullet in it?
Look, you'll find out when we start shooting how this thing works, or it does not.
Okay.
Okay.
I assume you do like
Shoots full of
in
the
the
people.
revolver.
Oh, absolutely. That is a thing you do before you shoot it. But I just took it out. I haven't spun the thing yet.
All right. What's Mr. Person Man doing?
Oh, I'm just walking with the cane, but I am Professor. You have tenure. If anything goes wrong, I will sacrifice my bipedal frame for you.
Wow.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We could use a really good write up and recommendation after this.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
looking
yeah.
for a reference.
Well, hey, if you ever need a reference, you feel free to put me down. You know, it doesn't even matter if I like you or not. I'll write you a good one.
Oh,
And then he gives you a phone number with not enough digits.
Yeah. Wait, Phoenix Universe? What the? Son of a bitch! Just flipping tables.
All right. You're all ready for it. So by the time the humming gets close enough, the camouflage recedes, and you see 3 drones that are coming in. They're both one to each of you, one to each of you, not to Charles.
So, anyways, I start blasting.
All right. And so is the air. So give me those physical rolls.
Kind of wish I brought more guns.
And you were both ready for it. You knew it was coming, so you both get advantage.
Oh, sweet. I've exploded
Never need
twice
it.
now.
Damn.
So this
Bad
would be
for it.
14.
Okay.
Okay. So I roll 2 d4s. I got a 2 and a 4. So the 4 explodes. Yes?
Yep.
Blammo! A 2.
All right. So it's a total of 6.
6.
Was Mr. Person Man doing anything?
Well, 3 of our shrimp are taking fencing as an extracurricular. And you see them go up, one in each eye. They're also drift compatible. And he holds his cane like this. But again, it's just a cane covered in shit.
Okay.
So the best he can do is poke anything that gets close to everybody to try and push it back.
Okay.
So he's just taking
coral.
the defense. Well, I mean, it's very strong.
All right. So the heir takes a shot with his Russian revolver.
Russian revolver.
Yep. And it shoots through one side of it and out the other. And it like looses one of its pincer arms that has the saw blade, and like goes over and it starts spinning like a wheel of death. And then it cleaves itself in half. And then it drops down to the ground.
Because that's the yes and
Sick.
baby.
That's the yes
yeah.
and for sure. The Professor Telluriak shoots his laser revolver. It's a laser revolver, right?
It's a laser blaster. Disruptor.
Yeah. All right. Laser. Yep.
So I feel
he
like a
shoots-
spaceman.
Disruptor meaning it rips the molecules
100%.
apart rather than just creating. I mean, if you're deep into the Star Trek understanding, a disruptor is breaking down tissue in a more painful way, whereas a phaser or a laser is cutting through something.
I like it.
Definitely.
Don't let Data use one.
So yeah, you hit the hull of one of the drones and it starts going off kilter, but it seems to right itself and heading towards you. It's leaking some type of hydraulic fluid, but it's still heading towards you. And then the other one gets to Mr. Person Man, and it dives down for an attack with its saws. So I assume you're going to try and defend yourself with your cane.
I'm
Is
going
that
to
what the
try
plan was?
and deflect it or push it off with
All right.
my cane.
Give me a physical roll.
Oh. Okay. 5.
All right. That's a yes, but so you end up knocking it out of your way, so it doesn't get a saw attack towards you, but it knocks it kind of right in the direction of
The cheese wheel?
Professor Telluriak. So now he has 2 drones kind of right in his face.
I'm sorry, Professor.
My tenure.
All right, and the 2 other drones are they all start. One's leaking hydraulic fluid, and the other one's knocked off tilter, and they both head towards Professor Telluriak. What are you guys doing?
I'll spin my thing and fire at another
All right.
one. Unfortunately, I rolled a 1, and so what you see happen is a long splurt of a thick substance comes out and hits them, and it just smells like chili sauce and horseradish with a little bit of Worcestershire mixed in. Maybe some minced shallots. Obviously, a mayonnaise base.
So definitely jizz. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, you're pregnant. You should know. Okay.
Yeah.
Professor Telluriak is probably going to try to dodge out of the way of these blades by turning his body, S-shaped.
Okay.
Just kind of like try to get myself out of the way of this.
Taking evasive maneuvers. Okay. What's Mr. Person Man doing?
Well, apologizing.
That's a free
but-
action.
Yeah, apologize is not the way I do it. It's a production.
And again, you don't have a weapon?
No, just the cane for
cane.
bonking stuff. I will try
use
and
use
bonk
one
one.
of the drone corpses and bash him with that.
I'm gonna try and bonk him with the cane.
Okay.
It's simple bonkage.
All right. So it's physical rolls for the both of you for your
Right.
evasive maneuvers and for the bonketing.
The bonketing I bonked. I rolled a 4.
3.
Okay.
Only a D4 physical.
right.
I assume I don't hit it, but it says something beneficial happens. Can I make the benefit be that it stops attacking the professor and goes for me instead?
So you don't quite hit it, but it evades out of the way enough to distract it from attacking the professor.
Okay, good.
Okay, so I rolled a 3, and I was dodging like an S.
Yep. So you were not able to evade it. So it does come in for a pincer attack. So it's going to sear off a few tentacles. So you can put that in your as a condition on your asset slots, seared tentacles if you have slots available.
How many asset slots do I have?
You start with 7.
Oh, okay. I'm good.
Okay. But as it does, it gets pretty much right in between the 3 of you. So it's disoriented and it's trying to target. So it doesn't know what to do. It can't find a target. It's probably one that got sauced.
Mm.
All right. So the one is currently sauced in the middle of you 3 and is trying to find a target. And the other is now still going after. Well, now this one's going after Mr. Persiman since it almost got bonked. What are you guys doing?
Attacking again.
I haven't.
Okay,
I have an idea. Good.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you have an idea. I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so my idea was to use my sticky tendrils and like slap on one and slam him into the other one.
Ooh, I like that.
'Cause they're just like hover drones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead and make that roll. I'm gonna start spinning the revolver chamber multiple times. You see little flashes of light each time I do it. But yeah, go ahead and make your roll.
Yeah, do it. See how that goes.
Is
So you get advantage for your sticky tendrils, right? So you get an extra die.
I rolled a 2 and a 4.
All right.
So the 4 explodes,
That's a
right?
but- Yep, it does. If it's a D4, yep.
So 6.
All right. So you manage to grab a hold of one, you smack into the other, and the one that you smack into gets destroyed. So it hits it like saw blade first, right? And it pretty much cuts it in half. But then you're like stuck to this other one. And it's kind of like, yeah, exactly.
Whoa.
Yep.
Shoot it!
I explode and then end up with a 9 to shoot this
Holy
one.
hell. All right. So yeah, you obliterate this one and then like chunks of it go flying and your tendrils kind of go out in multiple directions as the shards of it kind of blow up into different pieces. But otherwise you're fine, Professor.
Great. So I just reconstitute my tendrils back into myself.
Yeah, solid.
Good shooting, Tex.
Did these? I've never been to Texas. These.
Have you been to Boston?
They have ranches.
They do have
Good.
ranches.
Lots of shooting.
These hover things. This is not a deep question. Do they all look? They look identical to the one we saw before and to each other. Is that correct?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay. Fun. I guess we go. Were we already inside, or were we at the apex of going inside?
You're in front of the entrance.
Okay.
You're in front of the entrance.
Yeah, I think we keep on going.
Okay.
Is there any more humming?
You do not hear any more humming.
Uh-oh.
We keep our ears on a swivel.
Okay.
Some of you can literally do that.
Yeah.
All right. So you head in. So the inside of this district. It's maybe the size of a football field. Inside of this, it's pretty cavernous. There's not like a lot of things inside. There's an upward sloping floor from like the crash. It looked like it pushed up most of the floor, so it's at an slight incline. The walls are lined with very large tubes. A lot of them are like frosted glass, and you can see like large humanoid shapes, like shadows within the frosted glass.
Tubular.
Very tubular. There are large panels missing from the far back wall away from you, and there's like cables and conduit that are just like haphazardly coming out of it and jacked into the exposed electronics of the floor. And near the center of the cavernous room there's this hulking bronze and steel robot. It has an extendable armature that connects it to the ceiling. There are many lizard heads in jars that are like wired planted into the back of its hull. It has 2 small arms and like a laser saw that protrude from its underside. And there's a steel gooseneck that comes up and extends from its body. And there's like a TV screen or a computer monitor. And it has a big smile on the computer monitor.
Do we
That's
have a
friendly.
picture of this?
Yeah, there's art for that one. You got that, Tony?
Where'd you put it?
That's in Discord.
I did not. Oh wait. That's yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Discord, Discord.
I already have that open. So thank you. Nope, that's not.
And then on the side of its hull, it has an insignia that says F-3 LON as some type of identifier.
Yeah. I bet you that doesn't mean anything.
Nope. Random
Totally.
letters and numbers.
Totally random. Excellent. Cool.
Talk to it.
Anybody got a plan? You want me to talk to it?
Hey Siri. Hey Siri.
Play Despacito.
You're making my phone do things. Stop. Hello over there.
Oh my God. It's the 3rd time. That's awesome. So the smiling grin of the computer monitor moves towards you and blinks brighter. And then its armature kind of extends and the robot starts moving you in your direction from its armature.
Are you a good robot or a bad robot?
Do you say that? Do you ask that?
Yes.
Morality has nothing to do with it, as it says in like the static, hissy voice. What are you doing in my district?
Jesus, it's a nihilist. Okay.
I brought you a gift.
Oh,
Gift? What gift?
I take out an ancient, what looks kind of like an ancient amphora that you can't like. There's language on it, but it is not it's all Greek to you basically.
it probably literally is Greek.
It's also all Greek, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I offer it to F3LON.
Okay.
Let's just say F3 LON.
F3 LON.
Yeah.
I like F3 LON. What is the use
we
of
offer
this?
you the traditional pre-fight salad dressing.
I mean, how close do they get?
So it approaches it. You set it on the ground. You're still like standing next to the
I don't set it
vessel,
on the
right?
ground. I'm holding it.
Oh no,
out.
you have it. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I have it offered.
Gotcha. So it says, "What's the purpose of this gift?" And it starts like moving down towards. It gets within a few feet as it's investigating.
Yeah.
Put it on salad.
If you allow it.
Well, you seem to be embarking on something here. New beginnings and whatnot.
Yes. Would you like to partake?
But I like to partake. I mean, I think in the ancient days of people, any new endeavor obviously would get a toast, or for a ship you would christen it. And I just throw this bottle straight at it as it gets closer. I have a bottle of ancient vinegar.
Oh yeah.
And so we're just getting that ancient vinegar all up in F3 Lon's bits and bobs.
Okay. All right. What are you two, the professor and Mr. Person Man, doing as this happens?
I
I see this go down and I'm like, oh, it's fucking game on. And I'm about to cast the Miracle of Telepathic Nightmares on the heads.
Oh,
All right. All right. Mr. Person Man.
There's a big debate going on right now, and Person Man is just, occasionally you'll see like half the face smile, the other half an eye blinks and rolls around. All of the shrimp are yelling at each other. You see a few things being thrown. The anthropologist shrimp are insisting that we have interfered far too much for this to be a viable culture without our pollution externally. The ethical egoists are like, well, this isn't good for us, so why are we even here? They read Ayn Rand recently in book group.
Ethical.
And so like yeah. And of course you've got a couple of libertarians, I mean, it's all first year stuff, but it's still stuck with them even through grad school. It's Mr. Persiman is going to lose the round as the shrimp are trying to reach some type of consensus. He's going to stand there vulnerable and dumbstruck.
I want to tell you about a game. It's a fantasy. You can do anything you want to do.
And mine
unlimited
is to just
power.
He's just like, squirmies inside of me can't get along. As I'm about to melt a bunch of zombie brains.
Yep. All right. So you throw the vinegar, and you can see the metal immediately start to get a special. It's probably going to be.
It's hyper acidic. This stuff's been sitting.
Yeah, it is.
This
Sure.
It's acidic. Yeah.
Been boiling since the ancient days, and so
Yep. All right. So,
Goes good with bread.
Yeah.
All right. So it's going to be a physical roll to see how effective you are. It's at advantage because it's a surprise, and it's highly acidic, so that's another advantage. So you roll 3 total dice, and then Chris, you can roll with yours. Man, so are you targeting the lizard heads? Is that what you're going for?
Yes, all the little lizard heads.
Oh my God, there's so many of them.
Nightmare blasted.
So they're already docile and dumb. That's an advantage, and there's a lot of them that could be hit. So I'll say it's another. So you also get 2 advantages. So it's 3 total dice that you roll.
Are they all naked at school? They forgot it was exam day.
Okay, so this is mental.
Yep, that's mental. So while he's rolling that, Tony, tell me what you got.
And how many advantages was it?
You got 2 advantages, so you're
So
1 die and then
dice?
2 advantages, so 3 dice. Yep.
Well, since I was rolling 3, I did explode, and then I did explode again.
All right.
And then I rolled a 2, so that's going to be 14.
Jeez. Okay. All right.
Okay. I rolled 3 dice. I got an 8. So it exploded into a 2 for a total of 10.
Damn, you guys, awesome. Okay, so you chuck the vinegar, the highly acidic ancient vinegar, at F-3 and you can see like a lot of sparking and zapping as it starts like get into its internal circuitry and like melt its way into its metallic hull. And like one of its arms goes limp and its armature starts like twitching like this. And do you have any idea what the nightmare is, Chris?
Yeah. So frequently when I have stress nightmares, that often involve my principal because she's very stressful. She's also watching this probably. But also my teeth fall out. Like my teeth fall out like shards of glass. So these zombie heads are not only experiencing this nightmare, but their teeth are falling out like shards of glass.
All right.
At least some of them.
Yep. So the
nightmare made manifest.
Yeah. So what was like docile, just floating heads in jars? A lot of them, like their mouths start like yapping open and their eyes kind of go bright as they start yapping. And the armature that was twitching, now it's just like sporadically moving back and forth. Go ahead.
Does the nightmare play on the TV?
It does. I was getting there.
Okay, good.
That's what I was getting there. So the the screen like blanks out and it goes snow for a second, and then it comes into resolution, and it's the nightmare. It's lizard people in a classroom naked, and their teeth are falling out, and the principal's like berating them for something.
Yeah, and she comes in, and because it's a surprise observation, and these guys are naked and their teeth are bleeding.
Yeah.
Worst possible combination.
Yep.
That shuffles Person H Man out of the stupor because all the little shrimp just they see the screen, and it's everyone's collective nightmare in academia. And so now Mr. Person H Man is just now, when he gets a chance, going to be swinging and bonking at this thing.
Oh man, you guys really did a number on him with that surprise. So as soon as that happens, it's starting to like go off kilter. It has the nightmare blaring, and it's starting to right itself in the armature. And then you hear, and all the tubes along the wall start opening up, and you see these kind of half-formed naked Gila creatures start to like hobble out of these tubes, and they start coming at you like a little zombie horde.
That's why the carpet is the way it is.
Yep. And all of them have too many fingers on their hands, but they're coming at you guys. What are you doing?
Jesus, they have too many fingers on their hands because they're made by AI.
He got it, boys. He got it.
Don't worry,
it's
guys.
A wrap. That's a
you
wrap.
can just kill these things. They're all AI slop, and I stick one
as soon earlier as you're like, this one has more fingers than the other, and I was like, fuck you, that's good. Like, fuck you, this is great.
I'm glad you appreciate it. It was obviously very intentional.
The simulacrum
crashed
crashed out on
these
the
AI
thing.
slop guys.
It's great. Capitalism is the bad guy. We get it.
Okay.
Russian roulette him.
Yeah, what are you guys doing? You have this thing and it's starting to right itself, and its saw blade starts like rammed up. It doesn't seem to have good control of where it's going, but it's going to start slashing at whatever it gets near. And these Gila zombie half-formed creatures are starting to meander towards you, and they're going to get to you pretty quick.
I'm going to pull out the other half of my of that combination.
Oil?
Here's the deal. Did I write down olive oil? No. I did write down intentionally, with no olive in there, virgin oil.
Oh, yeah.
This is just virgin oil. Whatever we decide that means.
Not for much longer.
So I had ancient vinegar and virgin oil. And so I'm going to just throw my giant flask of virgin oil at the leaders of this pack to get them, who I'm assuming are probably not necessarily great at movement already, to just kind of get them all slicked up with some virgin oil.
All right. That'll be a physical. What's the professor, Mr. Person Man, doing?
Professor, you first.
Is the oil flammable?
I mean, it's virgin. There's only one way to find out.
I'm not going to make the joke. But it's probably flammable.
It pains me to say this, but the camera is powered by a small nuclear battery. I could rip the battery out and chuck it as a grenade.
So that would be a perfect push, right? So that would be pretty likely to succeed.
All right. What I would like to do is rip the battery out, throw it, and shoot it.
Ooh, classic.
Which would make it which would make it explode. If you just threw it, it probably wouldn't explode on its own.
Right.
All right.
It would just,
I dig it.
everybody would brace, and then a battery would just land.
It's like,
oh, cool. A double A. All right.
Yeah.
Double atomic.
Oh, perfect.
I rolled 7 for my physical.
Oh, okay.
William, what are you doing?
I was letting them roll.
What, are you going to do anything while they're going? I want to have an idea what everybody's
I am now straight up. All of my poor little shrimp are having basically flashbacks of Nom from that screen nightmare. So we are attacking the creature with the stick, just full berserk. A few of the shrimp even pop hatches and come out and try and like attack it themselves. Just
Okay. You're talking F3 Lon?
yeah.
Okay. All right. That'll be a physical roll as well.
How many advantages, or what is the push rule?
So you are shooting, so it'll be a physical roll, but you're going to be, so when you push, you roll, you re-roll whatever die you'd rolled, and you add the two results together. So it's like an explosion without having to explode it, right? But you incur a condition, something bad happens. The thing that's bad happening for you is you're losing the power source for your camera, so you can't take pictures anymore, right?
Yeah.
For now.
So for now.
I rolled a 4 total.
Is that with 2 dice added together?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm D4.
Okay. You can push again if you can think of a clever.
What
I
if
do
you
have a
push-
laser sight that I needed to turn on.
Well, there's a
Actually,
battery.
it was on since earlier. You turned it on when you shot the original drone, so you probably just never turned it off, and
Right.
its battery's going to die.
So many power problems going on here.
Or you think I ripped?
Yeah.
I feel like taking the battery out of my gun is a bad idea.
Well, no. What I'm saying is the condition. If you want to push again, the
Oh, I
condition would
see.
be the battery
Battery
or your
dies.
laser sight dies. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I understand. I will do that.
All right. Give it another.
Laser sight, go. Four.
Nice. That's a
So-
total of 8.
Yes. So does that get
But that you would
Does that
explode that
explode
also,
again?
yeah.
Yeah.
a 4? I feel like D4 has a 25% chance of going up.
All right,
Yeah.
so
but
you're
it's
at 12 now.
Small increments.
Hit it again.
I rolled a 3, which is 15. Which is 15.
All right.
But I've lost my laser sight.
Yep. And the battery on your
battery.
camera is gone.
It was worth it.
Oh yeah, for the yes, and it's gonna be awesome. What did you get, William?
So I rolled a 5, but I decided to do a push because all of the shrimp coming out in their little suits, they're the judo team.
Okay.
And so they are just as judo fighters do, just crawling with their feet first, kicking around and just attacking where they can. But that push, I rolled a 6. So that
Okay,
means that
6 total.
blows up, right?
It was a 6 on a D6.
It was, yeah. So I rolled a 5 and then the push got me a 6. Does the push
Yeah.
blow up?
Yep, it blows
So
up.
then I
You add
rolled a second 6 and then a 5. So the total's 22.
Jesus, guys.
But the push is going to cost me that all those shrimp are out there doing wata, kind of,
Yep.
kung fu fighting. They're going to be so exhausted and put out and celebrating with high fives that they're going to be of no use for the rest of the
Yeah.
session.
Well, so they're physically out of the mech suit fighting, right?
So I get
yeah,
no physical capabilities when fighting. So I figured no advantages in any physical
Yeah. So-
fighting roles.
So yeah, right now your kung fu fighting team is out of the mech,
Right.
Right. So
So
that
I've
wod be your
none of that.
condition. So
Right.
write that as condition.
Okay.
How many asset slots do you have left? I'm curious.
That's my 7th. Wait,
All
1, 2,
right.
3. Yep.
Okay. So the order, I think, makes sense that the cleaner shrimp, the judo team extricates themselves from the mech suit and starts fighting F3 Lon. And then the heir of ranch chucks the virgin oil over a swath of Gila, right? And you're able to arc it to where like you're getting like pretty much a whole like 360.
They're all virgins now.
Yep, that's right. They've all been anointed, and then the professor like presses the emergency eject button on the battery of his camera, right? And it's like spring loaded, and then he pops off a shot at like perfect time and explodes, and the whole it's like a mini nuclear blast where the mushroom expands out towards the Gila. Were you going to say something, Chris?
Before I squeeze the trigger, I say blue cheese.
Wow.
Excellent.
That was good.
And yeah, so there's detonation, and all of the Gila horde just catches fire in their virgin oil bath.
They smell delicious.
Yep. So the cleaner shrimp start scurrying, like they jump off and wata onto F3 lawn, and all the holes in its hull from the ancient vinegar, they start like getting into its innards. And they start wataing like connections inside and like yanking all the HDMI ports out for the panel and everything.
No RCA
and
for you.
Yep. And it goes, and it just plops down onto the ground. And then you hear still all the Gila as they all start burning to death. It smells delicious.
Yeah, but it's AI slop.
If only we had ranch.
Gonna make an AI slop bowl.
All right. F3 lawn is out of commission, and all the Gila AI slop clones are fried.
Majority of my shrimp that are still functional are the liberal artists, and they're putting all this into prose as we speak.
Beautiful.
So for their blog, gonna post it on Google
on
Plus.
Friendster.
All right. So I think that's. Go ahead. So,
I would like to take a moment to go ahead and search the AI's corpse for a battery.
The actual robot itself.
Yeah, battery to the corpse body thing.
So yeah, it has some battery cells for its like auxiliary functions that you can rip out and put into your battery. That's easy enough.
All right, let's go.
We'll do like we'll call this the end of the adventure, right?
End. I gotta love when a GM isn't quite sure. Did we do it?
I mean, things are done. Things have been done. So the
Mom.
Yeah. So unless you guys have any other thing in looting and that type, the glubs will gain access to here and start eating the shit out of the simulacrum off. Whatever you guys don't hoard and scavenge for yourselves, it'll be eaten up within the coming weeks.
Before we go, selfie.
Yeah.
Chick.
I'm still covered in shit.
I set it on a timer.
Oh.
And we do one serious one, and we do one silly one.
Yep. The Gila people give you as many glub pelts and shit buckets as you can carry or want to.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you, that's where we're at.
All right.
Great job, guys. That was fun.
We did it. Let's do our reaction roll. Reaction roll is a live stream inside of a live stream. It's our chance to sit down with the creator of a game we just played and talk about what it was like to play that game. Today we're talking about GROK 2nd edition, though I cheated and used the 1st edition character sheet. We just finished playing and now we're going to talk about it. Lester, for people who weren't here with us at the beginning of the show, why don't you tell them a little bit about what GROK is up to?
So GROK was originally a zine in 2022 when I kickstarted it. And since fulfillment of that, I've been working on the 2nd edition. So it's been a few years in the making, just trying to make it really the game that I've always wanted it to be. And so it's on Kickstarter pre-launch right now. So looking at actually launching the Kickstarter in the next couple months after I get some of the boring work out of the way. Yeah, I'm really excited to get this out there.
And this is everything you dreamed a game could be, exactly what we did tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I've had dreams about this exact scenario, and it's happened. So yeah.
Prophetic. Well, sweet. Let's meet our other players and talk a little bit about what their experience was like playing. Let's go Chris first. Chris, tell people who you are, what you do, where they can find you online, and what it was like to play GROK.
Sure. So I'm the author of The Painted Wastelands, and you can check out our products. We have The Painted Wastelands. We just completed Empire Bones is going to the printer next week. That's our most recent Kickstarter. You can find all that at agamemnonpress.com.
We also have a new adventure coming out next month called Hell Crawl, where you can get this sick T-shirt.
What?
And I want it to be known that I loved the April Fool's Day heck crawl.
Heck Crawl was very
That
good.
was
hilarious.
Hilarious.
Thank you. I thought of that days ahead of that moment where I was just like, oh my goodness, this would be the perfect April Fool's Day joke. And what was fun about it was so many people played along with me. It was like, oh, I'm so glad because I was really worried for the children.
Yeah.
So we're doing this. It's on Backer Kit. It's part of OSE month. So they're doing the demonic grimoire, and then there's a bunch of other projects about hell. This is a book that I actually like GROK. I spent years working on it. I set it aside so I could do all the Painted Wasteland stuff. But then when they reached out to me about doing something about hell, I was like, buddy, I already wrote a whole ass book about this.
Done.
I'm ready to publish this. So now, getting back to GROK. So a couple of things is that I really encourage people to make sure that they follow these projects, because that is how you get the heads up that the project is launching. Sometimes we don't, like when you do a Kickstarter, you don't always set like a public time of like, this is when this is launching. Sometimes it's valuable to have flexibility in when it actually launches. But what that means is that if you're a follower, you get an email that it's ready and that it's live. And that's very important for us as creators. And then you also get emails in case you missed that when there's 48 hours left and when there's 8 hours left or whatever. So that's the biggest thing. From a game standpoint, my favorite part was when you kept on being like, geez, these rolls, guys. And I was like, Lester, you made this game. Why are you you're not surprised? This is what you wanted.
I gotta make you feel good about it though.
Yeah. I mean, that was good kayfabe that was happening. I really enjoyed the way that it's not about like, oh, I deal 6 damage. Before the game started, I spent quite a bit of time as you guys were kind of like talk or introducing yourselves, or we were getting set up. I was trying to figure out how much damage my gun dealt, because I was like, oh man, I'm probably going to want to shoot my gun. And then I could not find that section in the entire rule book, which I was flipping through the book, and it's really good looking. And it's much bigger than just a little zine. But I could not find anywhere where it said like you deal 1d6 damage. So then I was like, well, you're probably too stupid, Chris. You can't find it. So you'll just ask when the moment comes up. We talked about the fact that I don't like learning a bunch of rules and complicated rule systems, and that I'm better just like, I'll figure it out as we're playing. So that's how I felt about the gun. I was like, I'll figure out what the gun does once we get there. And the fact that the gun deals damage narratively, the gun does things narratively, I think is great.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Because then you don't have to learn
That was the intent. Yeah.
This is true. I like that. I hate learning. That's why I'm a teacher. But what I also thought about is in D&D, there is a thing called called shots, where they made like this whole rule system for, oh, I'm going to shoot the troll and I'm aiming for his eyeball so I can blind him.
Yeah.
They made this whole complicated system for that, and it only barely works. What I like about this system is it's all that. So it's like, oh, I'm going to push this by doing something cooler, like the mirror. Where did I get the mirror?
Sure.
Get it out of my bag somewhere. The Annie Oakley shot, which was very funny to me. Or thinking like, how many times in D&D you're like, my character sheet has nothing. I'm out of spells. I have a dagger.
Right.
And we have this entire horde of guys. As soon as you sprayed the vinegar or the oil, as soon as you sprayed the oil, I was like, is it flammable? Or is it inflammable? And I was trying to figure out like, what could I do to shoot fire? And that's when I was like, wait, well, you could like do the battery. So that felt like me working off of whatever it was. And then I was going to spend like the next move was like, can I harvest a battery off of something?
Right.
To the point that I was going to make Mr. Person Man feel bad and guilty. Where I was going to be like, can I talk to him privately? I was like, I know your secret. I know that you're sharp. I know. Do you think I don't know? I've walked infinite stars. Now give me
the battery that's in your left leg. Okay. And I will not say anything to the heir of ranch.
Right. Like I had like this whole plan of what I was going to do. Which is what I would have done if the campaign if there's like a whole blown campaign and stuff.
Yeah, that would have been your next.
I
That would have
want
been
my
next session.
pictures.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
yeah, what you're saying like kind of hit the nail on the head, and that's like the intention. Like I played a lot. We've all played a lot, right? And there's so many instances like there's things even on a character sheet that like are cool, but there's no meat. There's nothing mechanically you can do with it, right? So it's just window dressing. But I wanted everything, all the dressing to matter, you know? Yeah, and it was awesome.
The dressing?
Yeah, and it was awesome where like with the whole oil and your like it's it can be frustrating and boring when it's all right, I'm doing another attack with my greatsword. I'm doing another attack with my greatsword. I'm doing another attack with my greatsword, right? And so even if the intention was with everything being kind of narratively and description based, you can make those things happen and they matter, you know. And you're not beholden to my greatsword does 2d10
Right.
damage or whatever. You know, it's narrative and you can play off of each other and it builds the story, right?
I also like the way that the initiative was sort of like it's like simultaneous.
Yep.
And so it's really all three of us working together of like sort of like in a Marvel movie when, you know, Captain America reflects the laser beam off his shield. Like we're working together. So you're throwing the oil perhaps just to make them all slip and fall. But then I'm like, wait, watch this. And then
It's all fastball specials.
burning them all.
Yep.
Yeah. That felt good.
Yeah. That was
Didn't
awesome.
love the part where Mr. Man started having an internal panic attack for no reason.
That was great. It's one of my favorite
was great.
parts. Speaking of which, William, hop in. Tell people who you are, what you do, and what it was like to play Grok.
William L.J. Galaini. I've played Grok first edition, so it's nice to follow up with the second. You can find me easy online or at your library. A lot of my audiobooks that have been published, as well as whatever you want, can be found there. Okay, so I've come from a place where I've played GURPS. Now I've played Rifts. I've played White Wolf. I've played a lot of those, but also I tend to gravitate towards a stronger narrative type game like Savage Worlds. And I feel like this is the best of Savage Worlds distilled down. Wading through combat or a very highly structured combat like what 5e has, and maybe not quite as much when it comes to like 3.5 or the West End Star Wars games, kind of bog the pace down and deflate the reason why combat is occurring. I never get that here. Also, this is much better for the theater of the mind for me. So instead of you just bonk so-and-so and they bonk you back, it's not the onus for the narrative events aren't always going to be on the GM. And I really like that when we do an action or we make a roll, we're the ones who have to describe it. And then we can do a push and make a sacrifice that we feel would streamline that push, but also make things more interesting down the road. So I'd rather have an interesting game because to me, you don't win at D&D. Like, I won tonight. No, that doesn't, it's good narrative that everyone engages in. And I think Grok is just a perfect vehicle for that. No, I love Grok, but also I wrote a thing for it, so I can't be trusted for my opinion.
So everyone knows, Mr. Person Man makes a very prominent appearance in the campaign in Grok 2e, so it's
Excellent.
pretty fitting.
I had an absolute blast with it too. This is great. I loved Grok the first time we played. I loved, I was like, because I'm pretty sure I was trying to remember back when we were originally talking. I was like, I'm pretty sure our characters, if they aren't dead, were dying. Like,
right.
Flooded a room with radiation. We were the most inept crew. Not like this team who were really locked in and doing what we were doing. Like super serious take on it. But yeah, playing the Heir of Ranch was great. As soon as I wrote down Restaurant Revolver, I was like, yeah, this is going to be great because anytime I miss, like, I'll just be like, yeah, it's only a 1 in 6 chance that it hits. But then every time I spin it, it gets an extra bullet in there. And if I miss, it's just ranch dressing comes out. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, yeah, that's dumb as hell. If I had had an extra move,
Was
it was
not Russian dressing?
Russian dressing. Yeah. And so,
Right.
which is what I described the ingredients of as when we missed. But also, had we had one more move, one more action that we were doing, my move would have been to have Charles heave that,
I was waiting to
throw
see.
that giant wheel of cheese like a
Just
meteorite.
discus that thing.
Yeah, hand over hand, muscles ripping through his formal butler costume, like just throwing that thing right at it. And I like to think that there, in a future scene, like when they're like later this season on GROK, like we do see that in the future of just Charles hulking out and just throwing that cheese. No, but I absolutely love it. Anytime you can just get into like, what's the weirdest bullshit I can write down in my pockets, and that matters. I love the way the resources or the assets and the conditions play against each other within this. I think it's a really great tension there. I also just loved watching like Chris take things that were conditions, but also now I've got sticky tentacles and I'm just going to use that.
Right.
Like that it is you are taking them on, but there are things you don't control that the GM can pull on also, but they're not just like, oh, you're stuck with this bad thing now. It is just a new fictional fact about the world. So it's really, really great to just go hog on it all. I was trying to remember back. As soon as I'm a huge fan of the word grok. Unfortunately, grok has both problematic origins and problematic current reality. Like there's
Yep.
The term, which just means like to understand or to deeply understand, right? Like is such a beautiful concept executed by such a shitty person initially, and then now taken over by a shitty person. When you did 1E, grok as the Twitter thing was not
that didn't exist.
it didn't
right.
exist, right? Yeah, since I was trying to remember timeline wise, and yeah, it sucks, and I love you getting to put a little bit of that in here. And as soon as you were like, "There's multiple fingers," I really was like, "Oh fuck you, that's great!" Like I'm
See, I
super
don't get that
excited
at
for where
all.
we're headed.
I missed that entirely.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
I had to. It seemed perfect, right? You have the AI in the simulacrum, and I needed an adventure, right? So, and it just made sense, especially, there's the idea of like, well, do I change the name of grok so like people know that, everything is human made in this game? Like, is that an issue? But I don't want people to like look at it and be like, oh, this is a new game when they like grok already. I don't want to lose people that actually already enjoy the game.
Yeah.
And
if I may,
so
you guys
go ahead.
pronounce it grok?
Yeah. How do
I
you
thought it was
pronounce
pronounced grok. The original has like a chicken.
Does it?
Like the
On the
interrobang?
cover. It's like a bird.
Oh no! Oh yeah, on the zine. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and there's a
So
similar
I always
beast on
assumed it was
2E.
him.
Yeah.
Going.
Grok, yep.
"Grok!"
Yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of people
there
said
he
that.
is.
Yep. I can
So
see it.
that's always how I have pronounced it, not grok.
Right. I like it. Yeah. So, I just finished for the Kickstarter. I'm doing a free quick start, right? And that's going to have all the basic rules you need to play the game. It's going to have a bunch of pre-gens with like full art in it. It's going to have a bunch of awesome art. And it's going to have like pretty much this adventure built into it.
That's cool.
Featuring F3 Lon and for obvious reasons.
And the entire history of the Hidden Valleys and the Thousand Islands. And
That's all. That's
that.
all implied. Those are implied aspects of the game.
See, I especially love the brilliance of F3 Lawn and Felon just fitting perfectly in there.
I also just picked up on this.
See, that's the beautiful part of having an anti-canon setting. Is it is what you make of it.
Yeah.
What's also really funny is like you figured it out so early. I figured it out as soon as I said something. That's how long it took me. I thought perhaps that the reason they had different fingers was because you had like perhaps like lizard people and then like humans pretending to be lizard people. That's why I got really confused about the number of fingers. I was trying to be like, okay, so the lizard people have like weird lizard hands, and these phonies who I was ready to start blasting. I was ready to start blasting when I thought they were going to kill my man by dumping their metal eating slugs all over him.
Yeah.
I would have killed for you.
The poop thing was already in my head, but the fact that it tied into the Thousand Islands was
so good. The poop thing also made me really happy. I'm somebody who loves. I was on a panel last year about science in like tabletop gaming, specifically in RPGs, and I'm a big proponent of like. There are many ways you could define the difference between science fiction and fantasy, but in fantasy, magic causes problems and science can solve those problems. And in science fiction, science causes problems and then fantasy solves those problems, because the science is usually so beyond us that it's just, or the magic does, because it's just so beyond us that you're just techno gobbledygook. But I loved, one of my favorite pieces of like system ecology for biological creatures is they usually will not eat their own shit. And so as soon as you did that, I was just like, hell yeah. Cause that is there are animals that will, right. But it will make them sick. And most animals that are healthy will learn not to do that. Yep. Like,
and I put probably too much thought into it too, because I was thinking that, right. And also the gloves' main diet is metal. So if it's their poop, it's also come back like a Faraday cage to some extent too, right?
Oh, that's great. That's great too. Yeah. There's, I mean, like I said, I just love like little bits of real world science or thinking about those kind of things, just peppered into, is just, I thrill whenever that kind of stuff pops up. So I absolutely loved it. So, campaign is going live in a month or so. You talked about, people can follow the campaign at ttrpg.link/grok2e. That'll take you over to the campaign page and let you follow it. I know I'll be backing. I'm super excited to see kind of what some of the things you're up to with the whole project are. Excited to see the whole adventure. I can't wait for Mr. Person Human. Wait, Mr. Human
Person.
H-Man to become
Human.
To become
Hugh is the middle name. Yep.
Yeah, Professor Person H Doctor. I really hope they get there one day. This has been great. We have a couple cool things coming up over the next little bit. It's Orbital Blues month for us. We've got Formula Infinity that is funded over on BackerKit, and we are working towards stretch goals right now. Our next one up is Rain and Jotty and Josh Hitty doing a new planet for that. That brings the high-octane world of Formula One style racing into the Sad Space Cowboys universe. We've got a 2-part actual play. We did part 1 last Friday, and another one coming up this Friday. We got some other cool streams coming up on Wednesdays over the next few weeks, including another episode of Now You've Seen It. And we've got Jeremy from Stonetop, who's going to sit down for an interview at the end of this month to talk about the development of that 1,200-page masterpiece. Like, it is absolutely gorgeous. We did our session 0 for an AP we're doing off screen that we'll post to our YouTube channel this last Saturday with our players. It was absolutely amazing. It's great. Brennan Chow getting up in the Brennan, you getting up in the chat with saying grok. But we are just finishing up. And so that's all that we've got. Other stuff going on. That's all. Go check it out. But go look at Grok, ttrpg.link/grok2e. My brain's starting to shut down. We don't have a good way to end streams. And at this point, we're not interested in figuring it out. So we're just going to wave at the camera until I take us off air.
You have to do it air. You have to do this one.
Off air branch. Bye, everybody.